Welcome to episode 27. Yes, we've made it to 27 episodes of this thing. Bente, what's seven in Spanish? Some of my Spanish speakers, yo.
Siete.
Siete of the episode, the round table hip hop discussion. Yay! Maybe episode 30. Some shit, I don't know. But let me introduce my esteemed co-host. We got first and foremost the one and only of rareness. Say that shit 5 times fast. Star Child, what's going on?
What's up? Feeling lovely.
All right, good to have you here. We got the man of mystery back there. You behind the cloak there, bro? You still eating? You doing?
No, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Otep, what's good with you, man?
Don't sound too excited now.
Man, no, I'm here, man. My food, it's cold in the middle, and I got an attitude about it.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna manifest it.
So we're gonna have to have a nice chat about that. But outside of that, I'm blessed to be here. Everything going good for me right now.
It's good to have you here, brother. And we got our one and only the super producer, J. Cloud. What's going on with you, brother?
It's good.
It's good to have you. Now you need some Adderall, bro. It's like you tired, man. What you been doing?
Caffeine. Something.
All right, what's wrong?
All good, man. Good to see you in the building. We got the one and only Sade. I heard you dropping an album, yo. Is that the word on the street that you dropping an EP or some shit? I heard. I seen some links about some shit or something. What's up?
No. Hey guys.
Kill our hopes.
I'm doing great.
Fucking dream killer. All right. We got the one and only, the kryptonite to the barbs.
Facts.
Looking like Suge Knight in the chair.
With the chain on. That's the perfect background too.
Welcome to Death Row. What's going on, man?
What do you guys call a song about a tortilla?
I don't know.
A rap.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
That's how we kicking off the episode.
Oh man. Fuck all y'all. That was funny.
How old your little one is, bro? You already on the dad jokes? Oh,
I was on dad jokes before I was a father. 1, 2. She's 10 months.
He been working. He been waiting for that baby. And late as always. Let me see.
Goddamn! What up, Lee?
Y'all.
Come at us at 1080p. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Sorry for being on goddamn.
Yeah, I'm apologizing.
What's 18 times 5? Multiply that, and that's your fine. I don't know what 18 times 5 is off the top of my head. 90 bucks. All right. But anyway, fuck out of here. But anyway, let's get into the first news because we're gonna be talking about this probably for a fucking hour. Diddy, the Diddy Saga continues. So let me pull up first. I'm just gonna go through every article and we can talk about it as we go along. First thing we got, all these fucking ads. Diddy sees generous increase in streaming numbers following indictment. Niggas, I tell you. Leads me to actually controversy sales. What do y'all think about that? Is this a situation? We all know the man got arrested for the charges that we sex trafficking, I think was one of them. Something else, but does that really lead to, or should that lead to increase in numbers? What do y'all think about this little tidbit? This kind of a damn shame that Lee going to prison makes your numbers increase. 18.3% in Diddy streams. What the fuck are they streaming? Last night?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Low-key.
And I want to apologize
at
the time, but I actually contributed to some of those numbers going up.
I told you.
Reasons. I was doing research on them lyrics. I want to know what type of red flags we missed, because it was clearly some flags in them songs, in them song titles. Like I told y'all niggas before, nobody wanted to listen to me because I'm hating. Nah, I knew something was up. Them goddamn song titles, but I went listened to some of them lyrics. Yeah, Keep this nigga behind bars.
Yeah. I seen one today of the Last Night song. At the end when he was talking about, I'm gonna shoot that shit up. I was like,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, in the song he says he's gonna shoot a girl.
He's reliving his Cassie moments right there, right? But they even speak on that in the article. One could be that the internet is trying to uncover any sort of incriminating, revealing lyrics or themes in his music. There you go, Southside. Well, how many? You should put Southside picture right there. He fucking did this. 2% of the 18 was him. With how many old clips from the interviews, TV shows, and more that hip-hop sleuths are rediscovering, we could certainly say those same people checking out the page are largely discography, the other potentials that he's just got a lot of loyal listeners out there who like to separate the artist from the person. All right.
Ain't nobody going. First of all, it's the fact that he got two profiles. He got one that's Diddy, and then one is Puff Daddy. This shit is crazy. So I don't know how many faithful listeners, motherfuckers, hey, let me you hop in the car, I'm throwing some Puff Daddy. No.
Yo, crank that Diddy up.
Like, yeah, bro, yeah, bro. Hey, bro, you ain't heard that new Diddy? Throw that new Diddy on, man. Nah, bro, that right there is great.
Crazy.
Diabolical.
I will say I do hate the fact that his last album was actually pretty good. I hate that. I hate that shit. Because it was actually pretty damn good. And I was so disappointed. Because I wanted to hate on that shit too. And I couldn't hate.
Oh, you don't like his old albums?
That shit bores me to fucking death.
No way. You didn't
That I like All About the Benjamins because it's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite songs because of the movie. Not because I like the song itself. If it wasn't for the movie, I wouldn't fuck with that song. Like that's how it is with his music. Like his shit is purely circumstantial.
I feel the same with that,
yeah. Honestly, I'm trying to think of a song, if I've ever heard a Diddy song where I love Diddy's verse, or he was my favorite part about the song.
I mean, he wasn't writing any of the verses, so I mean, it's not
like
he's not
be
like
real. You really listen to Diddy in your spare time?
Fuck no.
No.
Hey, I put the Diddy on, man. Quick.
All of my favorite Diddy moments was just him being a piece of shit on like that little reality show he had on MTV.
Making the band.
Yeah,
Best
making
part
the
was when he
band.
said them niggas from New Times Square for some cheesecake.
Yeah,
made
that
them
niggas walking like across Brooklyn Bridge barefoot for some bagels and shit.
He
Like
made grown men sing for a fucking bed, man. That shit crazy.
that was hilarious, but
We ain't gonna never get television like that no more. I will say
him blowing up Kid Cudi's car, like it's everything but his music that makes Diddy a character to me.
him killing Biggie. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and say that, I guess now.
Oh yes. If
that
I
nigga
feel like
did
at this point, if you don't believe that he has something to do with that, you just oblivious and blind, and you just want to see the best in people. And I applaud that. Fuck all that. I don't like seeing the best in people. How dare you?
No.
Like, no, don't work like that.
And I gotta get the soundboard, the hate soundboard, yo. This is a perfect moment to drop that fucking soundboard. What you got, Star?
Oh, I was asking. I mean, Pac too, or was it just Biggie?
Pac was some situational shit.
I don't think it was.
That has nothing to do with it. Whether it may have happened, if that didn't happen, that's debatable, but I don't think that had anything to do
It
with
wasn't
it.
connected. Okay.
Well, they just arrested the guy for that not too long ago. But murder, crazy enough.
Yeah, he wasn't the one who did it though.
Now,
who did has been dead.
Allegedly, Pac. Pac is in Cuba right now, chilling on the beach.
I remember we used to talk about that so much with him and Dave Chappelle being in Cuba, just smoking a joint, just laughing at us like, ha ha. That shit crazy. We passed them days now.
I got more faith in Tupac coming back than Jesus.
Damn.
You come out left field.
Well, anyway, with the Passion of the Christ 2 getting ready to come out, I don't know, brother.
How the fuck you have Passion of Christ?
Look,
How does that work?
I don't.
I was thinking
know.
the same thing. What is the plot gonna be about?
I understand. I have the same questions. I don't. All I am is just I'm informing you motherfuckers now. Mel Gibson on that shit again.
Was he not nailed to the cross the first time?
It's like a Titanic
Is
suit.
Jesus not supposed to return?
Anyway.
No, he's not.
Y'all let me know. I'm the resident atheist. I don't know.
Bro, y'all are funny.
Speaking of which, that has nothing to do with Jesus. But Sean Diddy Combs is placed on suicide watch while awaiting trial, but mental state unclear, sources say. So they're saying that he was placed on suicide watch. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it said he mentioned hurting himself or anything. But do you think the internet is basically saying that we can have a Epstein, he didn't kill himself type shit going on? What do y'all think of that? That's kind of a precursor to some nefarious shit. Are we gonna get into the conspiracy bag? What do y'all think about that?
Apparently, this is procedural, and he's not even suicidal.
Yeah,
Really? It's a procedure.
that shit happens. He ain't nothing wrong with that, man. He embarrassed, but his mental, like he not finna kill himself.
He's an egomaniac. I'm sure he thinks he's gonna get off.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I don't know how bad his withdrawal might be.
Yeah, he is a drug user, so
Who knows?
it depends on what his jail experience is like. Like, is he actually in jail, or is it one of them Epstein situations where he get out for 18 hours every day and come back sometimes?
Mm.
Well, he's black, so that's probably not it.
And they even go into this. It's crazy that they use this term here. An indictment against Combs accused of forcing victims to have freak-offs, which prosecutors describe as elaborate and produced sex performances. It's like they keep using this term freak-off. So it's
don't they
almost
just say orgies?
yeah, like
Shit.
freak-offs.
Freak offs, it garners way more media attention. Like the fact they using it in an official capacity, it always makes you look twice.
I wonder who's gonna trademark that.
I was
Because
saying,
I know it's
they
coming.
got it.
Who was the first person to tweet freak off? They need some money.
They're gonna add that to the dictionary.
That's just gonna be on a club post. You already know, in some fucking little strip club.
It already is. I've already seen flyers about
God
freak
damn.
club, bro. I'm in Atlanta. Come on now. Look where I live, bro. It's Atlanta, bro. Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama.
I done seen somebody, literally the flyer has some dude with baby oil in his hand. I'm not bullshitting. Literally, bro. Literally says freak off, baby oil, ladies free before 11. And I'm like,
Atlanta needs Jesus. Man.
I'm like, I didn't know we were still doing ladies free before 11. I didn't know that was still a thing. And
I think all of Atlanta's atheists.
We're charging everybody 20. What the fuck going on in this world? I was completely oblivious to the baby oil before though. I know
Atlanta's
Johnson, man, though.
But no, that word wasn't just like something niggas came up with. Cassie referred to it as a freak off in her court document, so that's just what niggas been running with since.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's like if you rob somebody, they're not gonna go to court and they'll be like, he hit a lick on so and so, right? They're gonna use robbery, right?
Hey, that's some crazy ass slang. A lick is crazy.
Yeah,
a lick is crazy. I want to know who was the first motherfucker to come up with that shit. What type of the motherfucker was at the freak off thinking that?
But this dude is you got a prosecutor and doing a press conference talking about freak instead of being like, oh, it was sex trafficking and racketeering. Well, at the freak offs, like that was weird to me, bro.
I mean, it's the most PG-13 way to really kind of express it because like they have to talk about it, but they can't just say like orgy because like that's like weird as fuck. It's like you have to do something that is alluding to what it is, but like still be PG-13.
But what's not weird about freak off though? I feel like that's even weirder.
I mean, freak off sounds more politically correct than orgy. I'll say that.
I don't know. I feel like orgy would be the politically correct or group sex. Freak offs is why.
Freak offs. I think Freak kind of emphasizes the point of it was some shit going on. It was some things and some stuff. Back doors was open and niggas was not using the window.
Oh, crazy, man! We need to sound next week soundboard. Jeff Southside.
I'm gonna say this.
Freak off and go ahead.
I'm saying okay. It's like ain't no wrong with being a freak. It's not. But the thing is, people make it. No, it's not. Let me finish. Hey, man. It's okay. All right. It's okay to be a freak. If you like doing that in your spare time, okay. But the thing is, people making more about his sexuality than what he's doing, like, sex trafficking and shit. Like, people making that a whole big deal instead of, like, looking at the real, like, what's really going on.
Yeah, people making a joke out of it.
Yeah, they're making a joke out of it.
Like, people don't take shit serious.
Hell no.
Case in point, somebody was doing the bending.
Man.
And you know what's crazy? It's crazy that like constantly there's something new about Diddy, like some new information that somebody on the internet is like putting together, connecting dots and shit. But it's just like I was seeing a lot of shit about like Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
like, he used Usher.
I know he hates to be on the internet right now.
He used Usher to facilitate that one.
Yeah. And it's just like we deleting tweets now.
Allegedly, please don't sue me. I'm broke.
Allegedly.
I done paid attention to Shannon Sharp and Brett Favre. Trust me, I watch. I'm broke. Don't sue me. I ain't got no money. I be looking like Tasha K out here.
Right.
And it's growing speculation over whether Sean Diddy Combs' lyrics, speaking on the lyrics again, could be used as evidence in this federal criminal case. Sean Combs is currently facing serious charges, including sex trafficking, racketeering, and transfer. You know what's also interesting? I'm gonna throw this out there too, because if you looked at the press conference, I don't know how many of y'all looked at the press conference. They kept talking about the baby oil and they showing rifles and this shit. It's like, bro, he ain't got a gun charge. He doesn't, I don't know if there's like lewd or misuse of baby oil charge or some shit like that, but it was like
it should definitely be a charge for the baby oil because
hoarding of baby oil or some shit.
It took me a year and a half to go through one bottle of baby oil.
Yeah, that shit will last you a lifetime.
1,000 bottles, my nigga, and that's the ones that they found. How many did he go through before?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit made me mad more than anything. Cause niggas, why the fuck is you doing this? Like, bro, people got newborns, man.
But Diddy's crimes be considered rich people crimes?
They not crimes for rich people, I don't think.
Like you only exclusively see shit like this out of opulent rich people, like affluent rich people. Which is why I feel like black people think it's a joke because in the back of our heads we knew already.
Funny shit I heard all day.
Like this wasn't news to us. Like it's on TV or whatever, but it wasn't news though.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that was funny.
Yeah, man. I don't know. And it doesn't say how those baby oil. Let me play devil's advocate, bro. Don't say the baby oil was empty, closed. It could have been a hoarder from 1994. Maybe he had those. That's collectibles.
Man, those were full bottles.
Given the grim details of what the fuck we've been told, he was going through them shits. Pause. That shit was hey.
The term freak off implies like competition. Like there was a point system at play or something.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Clip that.
Yo, I'm just reading that cheesecake that he let niggas go get was for Beyonce.
What?
Yeah. Freddie P from the band. That's what he's saying right now.
Freddie P trying to get some bread,
my
bro.
fucking goodness.
Last time like throwing at Freddie P, bro.
How the fuck are you scoring a freak off at this point?
Now you got to think about the scoring. Like, is it like golf? Is it like par?
I
like
have so many more questions now.
Yeah, like you brought up a whole new can of worms, bro.
Oh my god, I have so many questions that I don't want to ask. I don't want to like a freaky front.
It's like there's like a fucked up image. Like everybody like Baby, what the fuck up? Just got them playing games, man. It's crazy.
The point system is fucking crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what do y'all know? What are his official charges? Like, what was he arrested on? Because, like, I don't know if you can just be arrested for being a freaky ass nigga.
The sex trafficking, the racketeering, right here, and and the transportation engaged to prostitution, like that. Those are. It's really just the sex trafficking and the racketeering. That's really what it is.
Bro, when I read those court documents, it was like 15 other motherfuckers.
It's bad. It's not good. Like it's bad.
What's racketeering?
To be quite frank, he not beating this case.
If the feds charge you, you're not beating the case anyway. They're like a 90% conviction rate. If the feds charge you, you're going to prison.
Yeah,
now you
you
can get out later on. You can get on your Bill Cosby shit and find like a loophole or whatever. But if the feds charge you, you're going home. I mean, you're going to fucking prison.
Yeah, this is the end.
Racketeering means a pattern of illegal activities that are carried out to make money.
Yeah.
Organized crime. So it literally means nothing. So if he did anything, so that's just basically tied to the prostitution and the sex trafficking. So if he transported a girl to, like, say, from New York to Miami, and she was at the party selling that chocha on the OnlyFans shit, then he can technically be charged with all of these things. So that's literally all he means. He took some hoes to Miami and they got down.
Okay, so now I got a question.
Oh no.
So if you fly a woman out, say you live in like California and she live in Texas, and you fly her out, is that sex trafficking?
Oh my fuck! I knew it. I knew that was going to be a question.
I mean, if you got them pimping her out,
I think it depends on. No, it's not. It's not that. I don't think it's that. It's something different.
Yeah,
it's way different. I think the question, the point of question you was asking for was probably prostitution, not actually sex trafficking. You were referring to prostitution, not sex trafficking. It ain't sex trafficking, but is it prostitution? No.
Yeah, sex trafficking I think kind of implies, like, I'm not a legal expert, but like against will type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the white girl from Taken. She ended up in the brothel. You know what I'm saying? She was like Lamar Odom was in before, he had that heart attack and shit.
But it just, a lot of the charges that he got didn't kind of rank up. It's like they could have made it more salacious than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Hotep did hit a point that this probably goes on every week in like any mansion in fucking Miami.
Of course it does.
New York or whatever.
But it's with white people, and they don't bother nobody. They not out here. They not public figures. Fuck, the CEO from goddamn Starbucks could be in that motherfucker. You wouldn't know.
Facts.
They don't bother nobody. Diddy out here bothering niggas. That's the problem.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna pull up the next video because I think that ties into that. We got the one and only Damon Dash. Every once in a while, Damon Dash will say some shit. I'll be like, yo, he's saying some shit right here, but hopefully we don't get clipped for this. But here we go.
Like with Harvey Weinstein, he had a 30-year run, and he didn't get canceled. He got put in jail. And even with Harvey Weinstein, or the Weinstein, the reason why before everyone else canceled him, I canceled him years before while we were making Paid in Full, was because I was initially at a table with his brother. With my staff, he was with his staff. And I really did not like the way he spoke to his staff, to the extent that I had to pull him to the side and say, don't ever talk to me and my staff like that in your life. But because of that, it was like, I don't know if I want to work with these people. When I see other people abusing other people, I know that just because they could never do that to me, it don't mean I'm going to still work with them. So if you see abuse, but because it's not happening to you and you can still make money with that person, karmically, you may be accountable. So back to the 30-year thing. So he had to run for 30 years and then it all went downhill. And it seems like what happens is, it's like the first 10 years for me, I was seeing things that, because, I'm not saying I'm the toughest guy, but yeah, I'm from the street. I did things that were illegal, so I know what could get you put in jail. So the first 10 years, I'm like, this is weird. This is not sustainable. and it looks illegal to me, so I'm getting away from it. And they get away with it for 10 years. Then it goes to 20 years, and you like, because I'm like, oh shit, no one got stopped. And then like that 10 years, they really, it's like a test. You got away with the first 10, then you start going ham. And then that 30, that's when it all goes crumbling down. So if you start rolling when you're 30 years, you're 60, you still got another 30 years left. Is it worth it? So even with like an R. Kelly, like again, at first I was like, how does he get away with that? And then I was like, this is obvious, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then then they got him. And it seems like the same thing happened with Puff. It's like they give you 30 years to really build your wealth, but because you have imperfections, you're exposed and someone can pull the plug on you at any time. So it seems like the ones that are the most empowered that get those deals are the ones that have the most to hide. And it seems like you have the most to hide because somebody might have lined you up so they can control what you do.
This nigga actually sound educated. He actually sound like he know what he talking about in these things.
Why he don't always talk like that?
Because he's still kind of an idiot. And he's got his own fuck ups to correct as well. So he be slick trying not to judge too harsh on niggas, because I know somebody got some shit about him. Somebody got dirt on him. And he the last motherfucker that want to have his shit exposed to the world again, like the 14th, 15th time.
But ironically, is what 30 years since Bad Boy. I think Bad Boy's founded in 93. So almost 31 years, right? Exactly, almost 30 years. We talked about this 30-year run. If you look at I think the biggest hit Bad Boys had probably like 94, Flavor in Year, some shit. So or at least the first hit. So what do y'all think about that 30-year thing? Is that does that sit out to anybody? Does that seem like something that's about accurate, you think? With how long Harvey Weinstein was kind of doing his thing on some fucked up shit. Probably was longer than 30 years, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
I mean, it makes sense. I think there is a time where a lot of these people are getting arrested and they're being, they're giving the people something that they love and enjoy. And like he mentioned, R. Kelly, for example, R. Kelly supplied music that people still love and bump to this day. Realistically, the only thing I ever really enjoyed from R. Kelly was Trapped in the Closet. And that's because that shit was outrageous as fuck. But when everything came out, I was like, yeah, I fuck this shit. This shit not for me. But I understand how motherfuckers really do build up and then the shit just come crumbling down out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Words of wisdom, I think, yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. And we're gonna pull up Southside's favoriteest artist. If I can get it to work.
His number one.
We say this every episode, and I'm gonna need y'all to pick one and stick with it.
Nicki Minaj.
There's too many.
It's too many to name. Give me a second here. All right, here we go. Nicki Minaj accused of hypocrisy.
Oh well, duh. Of course, this bitch.
Here you go.
Go within 10 feet of Chuck E. Cheese. Get the fuck out of here.
And whoever this is, Gucci Bucket Hat, trying to hold Diddy accountable for his actions when he just paid for your son's birthday party. Speaking of Nicki Minaj, and you was following him on social media up to yes. It's crazy how people keep track of who's following who as like a gotcha moment and shit. But in this tweet, she's basically speaking of Nicki Minaj, who's going on a Diddy tirade a bit. That's a wicked woman. Do y'all think that's isolated? Do you think a lot of these people are being hypocritical right now, or is Nicki just Nicki on some other shit, yo?
People trying to be hypocritical because they don't want no shit about them to come out, or they want to go ahead and try to spin the public perception, the public opinion now, so that when the shit do come out, it ain't as bad as it look. Because it's like, yeah, I fucked with him before, but like, not no more. It's like, nah. In Nicki case, too little, too motherfucking late.
Yeah, didn't her husband do that thing?
And the other thing,
Like this ain't the fight for her. I don't believe.
and her brother.
I about to
Yeah.
say shit, 3 of them. Shit.
Yeah.
And her, yeah, they keep trying to attribute it to like they try to attribute it to like their culture from that island or whatever, but that's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Shout out to Cassius Cam out there. All that money you scratching serial numbers off weapons and not building ghosts is insane. You doing that 2A amendment talk, bro. They don't know what you're talking about up in here.
Yeah, a lot of celebrities are too dumb to have that much money. That's such an excellent point. Why your guns even have serial numbers to begin with? You wasn't thinking.
Little Wayne and Diddy bless Nicki Minaj's son Papa Bear with insane first birthday gifts. This is just kind of speaking on Nicki. Diddy, love you so much. Thank you for coming through for us. That was 5 October 2021. Uncle Diddy came through with the libations. She using the libations. The hip hop mogul gifted Nicki Minaj with drinks for the party, including his signature Ciroc vodka for a kids party. This was a kids party we talking about. Hey Diddy, love you so much. Thank you for coming through for us. Minaj capturing the video of the party set up. Can you see this shit? Oh, that's just them showing that she's still following Diddy. I don't care about that. That's too much time on your hands if you gotta see who somebody's following anyway.
Yeah, that's we too old.
Yeah, that's a little too extra for me. But what do you think about Nicki? Is this just Nicki being Nicki? She trying to hop aboard the train of Diddy hate that many are gonna do?
Yeah. And we're gonna hear a lot more people condemning Diddy, but they was at them parties, and you know what I'm saying? It's just funny how some people can know that there was stuff going on, and you know, when it benefits them, to be silent on it. But now you want to get ahead of the curve and speak on it now. It was just like, where were you? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I know why, but
Everybody knows why.
it's hypocritical, bro. Everybody's being hypocritical. All them famous people right now.
And I would imagine that Cassie is viewing this as like a slap in her face. Because where was all of this when I was getting my ass beat up and down the hallway?
Exactly.
Like y'all trying to look cute now.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that Diddy was managing her at one point.
Yeah, he had made her shave her head too. Goddamn, back in the day. At one point, side of her head. Yeah.
It didn't manage a lot of cats. He was managing Rick Ross. Might still manage Meek Mill, who's not trying to distance himself as well. It's crazy.
Meek Mill is the most unserious person on the fucking internet.
I don't think Meek Mill knows what's going on for real.
Well, because he doesn't. He's autistic.
Yeah, he autistic, man. I truly believe he's autistic. Because ain't no fucking way you gonna sit there and say,
yeah, nigga on the spectrum, on the lower end.
I'm gonna say he's stupid, but I ain't gonna throw autistic niggas under the bus like that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yo, he just stupid, bro. Meek Mill is just a fucking
dumb
idiot, bro. Yeah, like I ain't gonna call him autistic. I know some high function autistic people that are fucking.
I know some smart ass autistic people. Like smart as fuck.
Exactly. Like, but
Meek Mill on the other end of the spectrum. But he's dumb as
shit. And for some reason, looks like Drake got tossed into this. Akademiks says something about the line from Kendrick's "The party's over." So it's
Wait, did Mike's? I mean, please, mic go up.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, D.
All right, you hear it now?
Drake needs to learn from Diddy and Jay.
You hear it now?
Because Drake is like 38 now, and you know when Kendrick says watch the party, you got to stop the party after a while. Like if you don't stop the party and keep it till 50, you see where Diddy's at. At some point, we ain't saying get married and have kids, but just exit stage left. I'm gonna catch you niggas later. Okay, I'm gonna catch.
Now, did he actually say? Did we hear some words of wisdom from Big Act? And he got the picture.
We didn't. We didn't.
That nigga didn't say nothing intelligent.
He just dick riding. He just recycling fucking shit we already done heard.
Man said it's cool to go on these like sexual escapades and shit, but just know your stopping point. Like trafficking is cool up until 5 a.m. or some shit like that. He didn't say nothing intelligent. Like, yo, make sure you get out the game by a certain age because that makes it cool. Like, I don't know, man.
Big facts. I will agree with some. Act your age at a certain point, yo. To me,
yeah. But when do you age out of being a fucking weirdo, though?
Well, apparently we need to figure out how old Nicki Minaj's husband is, because apparently that age ain't a stopping point. That's right, Tootie.
And keep it going. Speaking of Meek Mill, I want to hire an investigative team, 100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill name to Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek, anything to do with Buddy. Something not right. All right. I'll tell you one thing. I know for a fact Meek Mill writes his own tweets. There's no fucking social media manager. There's nobody like holding his phone, none of that shit. He's writing all this shit. Obviously. I think you just learned what fucking quotations were. But anyway, what do y'all think about Meek Mill and being tied? Is it just people beating down Meek Mill again, man? Like, is he deserving?
Bro, he just stupid. Like, how do you not know how your name is tied to that shit?
He deserves all the hate he gets, and I wish nothing but bad things to happen to him.
You know what Meek Mill do though?
That's terrible.
It's gonna be funny if one of them tapes come out and his head is just in it the entire time, and then we're gonna go back to this tweet.
Yeah, I mean that matching outfit with the midget picture that people keep rotating. That was nasty work, bro. That was like some of the. Who thought that was a good idea? I thought that was Photoshop.
It was.
Who decides to go and wear matching outfits with another grown ass man?
Yeah.
Bro, there's a whole video of Diddy calling him daddy. Like,
oh yeah.
How do you not know how your name is tied to it?
I think once I seen the video of Meek Mill like jumping, he was like buddy hopping for like some white people.
Yeah, I seen that at Michael Rubin's party.
Him diving in the pool let me know all I needed to know about him. With them fries on his knees and his knees being ashy. Yeah, that man is a special type of dumb.
What?
You sound like 50, yo. 50 said like those exact words. I think Akademiks did too. Talk about Meek Mill, man, which is crazy.
But he always been a stupid motherfucker anyway, so who cares? He always been a stupid dumbass. But I blame the fans too, because it's you fuckers' fault for making this nigga who he is. Because when this dumbass nigga violated his own parole, it's a bunch of niggas in the comments, free Meek Mill. He violated his parole after breaking the law. And you want this nigga free?
The law he broke was riding a fucking four-wheeler in the streets. We can decide that.
Matter. The law is the law. We are citizens.
Southside just hate Meek Mill, man.
Why are you pulling Meek over for riding a four-wheeler when Diddy up the street raping bitches? Like that's the
hey, that's true. Hey, Meek Mill was probably one of those people.
There you go. Tell him to.
That's right.
Let's pull up the last one we got here. What else we got on the Diddy? Everybody catching strays. Oh yeah, this one just came today. Author behind the viral Kim Porter memoir admits he isn't sure the story is real. It's real enough to me. If you believe it.
Oh my god.
You bought that shit, you're a fucking idiot.
Wow. How could you just like slander like that though? That's crazy. But yeah, it just goes on to say basically how this dude Chris Todd, and I believe he's done something like this similar.
He's some random fucking white dude.
What else has he?
I don't know who look him up.
I thought it was weird because that book came out soon as Diddy got convicted.
I'm telling you, niggas is looking for a check right now. So it's just like the amount of craziness that's about to ensue, like because all this clout chasing.
You spent all night in Microsoft Word to get that shit out.
Hey, gas went up to $2.99. I ain't mad at the damn move at this point. Get your coin, bit dog.
But at what cost?
Yo,
at what cost? Your soul.
If somebody put my feet to the fire and they said life or death, is that book real? I have to say I don't know, but it's real enough to me. Sometimes you just have to put it out there. All right.
I'm dead.
What? I would have smacked him after his response with the book.
Yeah, which means it's bullshit, and he's not gonna say it's bullshit.
That's terrible, yo. Like you should be like sued, and then it's a great time to do it because you know, like Diddy's locked up. He's not suing him. He got his own fucking problems, right? You know, I'm not sure if her family would put, but it's like by the time they get to doing that around, and that by the time it goes to court system, you done ran off with the bag. You know what I mean? So.
That's just both her parents are dead, so they can't sue them. So it's up to her kids.
Yeah,
that's despicable. Somebody that should be like 5 finger across the face type shit. At least an ass whooping or something. Now, not encouraging violence, but I wouldn't be sad if somebody slapped shit out of him for that. That's despicable, I think. But is it kind of the fault of the public, y'all think? Like that drawn to this drama, soap opera shit, all these skits. All of these fucking fake stories. Jaguar White every week is selling a new story about somebody's butt getting touched and shit. You know, like these people are becoming famous. People are getting clicks. There's a lot of money being made right now. So is the public's fault for being drawn to this fucking, you know, TMZ?
Absolutely.
Parasites can't fucking exist without food.
Yes. A prime example of the public loving bullshit and supporting it, Baddies East, Midwest, the Zeus, BET, Sexy Red, all of that shit. I blame the people. All of you.
Yep, because it wouldn't exist if we weren't consuming it. Like it wouldn't be.
They couldn't sell it to you if you wasn't
I
buying
love
it.
New York. That was it. That was the line. I don't know what the fuck happened after that.
There you go. I'm talking about right here. She's agreeing. But I agree wholeheartedly, yo. Like I can imagine. I wonder the revenue once everything comes out, all the TikTok revenue, all the X revenue. I wonder how much has been generated by literally like a sex trafficking story. You know what I mean? Like, and that gotta suck for like the people who actually did experience some fucked up shit behind this. I got some, you know, PTSD type shit going on, right? It's like all the skits. Nobody thinks about that shit, right?
Yeah.
All the skits and all
these jokes online.
Yeah, jokes. Funny, haha. So like when Cosby shit, when same shit, like every time, yo, you see the same pattern. You know what I mean? So
I swear, black people on the internet are never serious about anything. Never fucking serious. That's why we are where we are as a unit.
Preach. Let's see. All right, so let's go on to the next. I think we beat Diddy dead. What, 45 minutes of Diddy? I think that's pretty low. I thought it was gonna be a good hour.
Hey, pause that bit, dog.
Oh,
that's
shit.
crazy.
Oh shit. Oh,
that was insane.
Yeah.
You gotta pause that one. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, y'all got me fucking.
Yeah, that was worse than any of the South Sides.
Now you gotta rub it in, bro.
And the fact that she took my side is very telling.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, Steve Stoute says
where's his neck at?
It's part of the sweater. Interesting. Not paid any title, unlike other artists who made millions from it. Come to find out, because she never signed the paperwork. If that is true, that would be very on par.
That you
know what I mean?
The Super Bowl thing, I want to get back to that for a second, man. I'm not here to defend anybody. I really don't like when people who open up doors as black people get shitted on publicly like that. I just don't like it. I think in that case, what Nicki did was wrong. To bring up Tidal, his streaming company, that he gave you equity in, that you didn't sign the fucking paperwork, and that's the reason why you left millions of dollars on the table. That man didn't do nothing to you. To be talking about somebody who's putting, whether it be Kendrick or Wayne or Drake or Usher, he's putting them on the biggest stage. That's what we should be applauding. That's growth. But the crabs in the barrel thing, oh, not him, fuck him, da 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 da. We can't do that. That's black on black crime. I don't like that.
No.
And maybe that's what it is. I think Nicki's great. I'm great artist. Very successful career. Don't do that. Just like, let's not do that in private. This social media thing where you start shooting at people like that, like, and not like a jab. I'm talking about like, fuck him and this and that's a little too much. I just think that's a little too much.
All right, Nicki Minaj. You got a couple things to unpack there. He speaks about the fact, she was mad about the Super Bowl thing with Wayne and kind of went on a Jay-Z tirade. If you missed that, I'm sure it was 50 million tweets that ended with Gag City at the end and some unplugged some shoes. But, she kind of went on a Jay-Z tirade. And one of the things she said, she didn't make a dime from which we know was supposed to be like a artist-owned type of collaboration where, artists basically are taking ownership of their own music and making money off of it without going kind of through the labels and stuff like that. And Steve Stoute basically says she didn't sign the paperwork. So do y'all believe that part first and foremost? And secondly, is that kind of on brand if that's true for Nicki Minaj? Yeah?
I thought there was a video of her signing those papers. Along with Beyonce and like a few others. I don't know.
I remember. Are you talking about like that when they were on stage and they all like walked up and signed it or whatever? That was
what was that?
I don't think that was the real paperwork. It was more of like a for the camera type thing.
He's 100% right though, but that guy is such a fucking piece of shit that I almost want to side with Nicki just because.
Who is that guy?
Who is he?
Steve Stoute.
He's an industry guy.
Y'all don't know who that
he's
basically
a broken clock is right twice a day.
I've heard the name, just never put a face to it.
That's what I got from that. Is that he might be a dickhead, and that's understandable. But at the same token, when Tidal really did take off, Tidal really was by the artist for the artist. So if you leaving money on the table because you being a complete dumbass and then you want to blame other people for your fuck ups, which she tends to do a lot, I mean, it's kind of on brand. So I ain't shocked by anything Buddy said at all.
Tidal didn't flourish because those artists kept their music on other streaming platforms.
Like dumbasses.
Like idiots. And then on top of that, Tidal subscriptions was like $25 for the base package.
Yep.
And so it was a lot. It was an uphill battle they was fighting, and you really had to give a damn about like music in order to care about uncompressed wave files and shit like that. Anyway, so the market they were shooting for was niche as hell. Tidal was built to fail,
and the artists realistically didn't want to risk out on losing all of their money pulling their music from other streaming services in case Tidal kind of failed. Which it inevitably did, because realistically, Tidal, niggas still fuck with SoundCloud more than Tidal at this point.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad because SoundCloud died like in 2018.
But my thing is, if you have equity in a company, you're supposed to back it wholeheartedly. Like, if you, in the back of your head, feel like taking all of my music off Apple Music and Spotify is going to hurt my bottom line, then you shouldn't have invested in this company in the first place. Like Tidal was built to fail from the beginning. Then that whole black-owned media company, the entire board was a bunch of like Swedish white dudes. Just because Jay-Z got his name on it, don't we gotta establish what black-owned means.
Exactly.
Because if your board of directors is all Caucasian, then who really own what?
Preach.
Preach.
Nicki
Minaj. I received a call advising Tidal sold and they made no money on a deal, so all they could offer me was $1 million. But wait, there's more. The lawyer advised that Disserat advised him that I had to sign the agreement in 24 hours if I wanted the $1 million or the offer was off the table. So I guess she responding to that, not signing the paperwork and explaining. Listen to the end of fractions for what my response was tonight, tomorrow night, Barb's. And I like how she always like plugs some shit at the end of her shit. She like, I'm gonna get my clicks, then I'm gonna get my money. So she basically said that that wasn't correct. They offered $1 million after they sold it, and she had 24 hours to sign it to get the M. So that's kind of her response to that. So
I feel like she do a line of coke every time she about to type a tweet out. Because like, there's no way you sat there and typed this shit out like a normal human. Like you just laid in bed on your phone like this. Like there's like you had to just and then went crazy on the keyboard typing that shit.
Not the sound effect, bro. I like how she'll put like some shit about God or something, and then put Gag City at the end and shit. Like, the Lord is gonna fight those Gag City.
I will say this though. She might be a cokehead, but the bitch not all the way dumb because she tried to get motherfuckers to listen to her music. Talking about listen to the end of fractions. First of all, what? Why? Why can't you? Why I gotta listen to a song for you to tell me the answer when you can just tell me right now? What? Why?
She's good at marketing. That's how she got the Barb's chip code.
I don't know. I still ain't heard about nobody getting no shoes from DTLR though.
Ooh.
Know how good at marketing she really is.
That's true. I don't even know what they look like.
More importantly, who the fuck goes to shoe stores nowadays? Anyway?
Man, who goes in DTLR?
That'd be the big.
Nobody putting on no Nicki Minaj kicks, man. She was bogus as hell for putting that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely from Chicago. Bogus as hell. Jay-Z has always thought Nicki was a cheap chicken head. Azalea Banks. I don't know how she knows Jay-Z thoughts, but she be on one. Cheap chicken. Because she is a mother in her 40s acting like a thirsty groupie while he continues to pay her dust. It's super embarrassing. I have no clue why she thinks all this loudmouth yakety yak is at all making her look like some sort of hero. And if I were her, I'd really be careful fucking with Desiree. I don't know who Desiree is. Like Jay-Z could literally sue her into absolute poverty if he wanted to go direct, but he'd never bless her with the gift of even acknowledging that she exists because he thinks she's ghetto trash and is driving her insane. I love that for her. Heady wop. Think is there any credence to what Azalea Banks is yapping about right now?
A broken clock is right twice a day. The same message applies, brother. The same goddamn message. I personally haven't been able to take this serious ever since DC Young Fly made her cry on stage. And it took them 2 hours for them to finish filming. And it's for someone who's been to the show twice, 2 hours without your phone having to sit in that damn shit, I'd have gone fucking insane.
Oh, they snap the phone up in there?
Oh, nigga, you can't have nothing. That's right, too. You can't have nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Yes. Anybody else? Y'all think any credence to what is it? Or she just trying to get her 2 seconds in? Do you think Jay-Z probably really thinks less? Will he respond to Nicki? I never really see Jay respond to nobody, to be honest with you, outside of Nas. But yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Coming from her, it's so crazy.
Azalea never misses a chance to strike at Nicki. Anytime the opportunity presents itself, she will rear her ugly head. And this is no different.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cardi didn't chime in on that shit. I don't know, man. Jay-Z, I would think, is he going to respond to any of these allegations? Y'all think we seen the Super Bowl whole fiasco that went down and all this other Jay-Z's name being mentioned now tied to Diddy for some reason. Yeah, I think Jay is gonna respond to anything, or should he just not respond to any of this shit? You know what I mean?
They're not gonna respond to shit.
I doubt he gonna respond.
You said should Jay respond?
Yeah, to any of these allegations, whether it be the Super Bowl shit. You know, his name
Oh,
been
he's
ringing for the last
Fuck
month.
no.
he don't fucking care.
He don't care. He a billionaire. Fuck he care for.
When people were doing the Illuminati shit, he made a video trolling them with the onto the next one shit. He trolled people. He don't care.
That's true.
If anything, he'll fuel it.
That's true. That's true. I don't
That
think he
man
should.
got everything he could probably ever want in life, given where he came from. He won. Fuck, he got to care about what the fuck we got to say. Nicki got to say. The lower class got to say. He don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah. I also don't think he operates in that realm where he feels like he has to, like, you know, that Cardi shit where I got to argue with people online. You know what I mean? I think that's beneath a 50-year-old man anyway. But I do think he has a diabolical streak about him. I think he will get you blackballed out some shit. You know what I mean? I think he will make some phone calls, make sure if you were seeking a loan or some shit about some shit. You know what I mean? So
It's better than having your car blown up.
facts.
It's better than walking into a room and seeing 1,000 bottles of baby oil with a damn video camera and Will Smith in the corner. It had to be said. I apologize. It had to be said.
Nobody's safe. Captain Strange all night.
See,
Nobody.
I try not to think about it because I'm still thinking about this point system shit now. Because that shit is wild.
Malik mad about that baby oil, dog.
Right.
I really am. Cause that shit supposed to last you a fucking year, man. And he got fucking thousands of bottles, man. That shit is disgusting.
Yo, yeah, a flashback. Day you went to school ashy, like I ain't had no baby oil. I had to go to school. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Let's move on to the next Al, because Alsina, who I haven't heard from in forever, bro. He's kind of, I think, you know, piggybacking off all this stuff because everybody's piggybacking off everything. Hence, that the music industry will be exposed for diabolical actions behind the scenes. If we don't know, because Alsina was involved in that Will Smith. It's kind of crazy you said Will Smith. Were you pre-reading beforehand in the topics, Southside?
No, I just come up with jokes off the top of my head and just hope it fucking sticks. It's kind of like Drake music. Just throw shit at the wall, hope something sticks. Hope you guys get it.
But August Alsina says the music industry will eventually be exposed for fostering a diabolical, and it's still in your words, diabolical level of misconduct behind the scenes. He shared his opinion on the industry during a rant on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday after fans complained about not getting new music from the singer. I have the biggest bone to pick with him for not doing his music anymore. How dare you, one user wrote, prompting Alsina's response. Now, is this just kind of him making an excuse for not putting out music and whatever?
No.
The industry, or
I think he did that series.
Last thing I heard from him was someone was saying he was doing the. All right. Last thing I heard from him was he was doing the bending. That was the last thing I heard from August Alsina. I ain't heard shit else since then.
Right, yeah. August popped up on a yacht with a nigga, and that's the last I heard from him.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Somebody was doing the bending. That's all I know.
I ain't hear about that.
Hope they had some baby oil.
Oh. I don't know if in 2024 I know a single person that would be just excited for an August Alsina album. Who asked for that?
Is August Alsina the same one that had the whole entanglement with
Yes. Yes. I think he had lupus at one point too. So he got like real sick or something. He had like a real bad disease or something. Got really sick. So he had to like take a step back and stuff like that. Kind of sucked though, because I feel like at one point he kind of was kind of finding his stride as a music artist, but I don't know, like his music, like he never really had hit songs. I think he had like one, and then he was just like, he just kind of was there.
Jada ruined her marriage for a gay man.
Well, she was married.
That shit crazy.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, like Hollyweird ain't got all types of crazy stuff
To be
going
fair, she's still in love with Tupac.
Yeah.
To be fair, she never really loved Will. He was just the physical replacement. Like she just needed a body next to her. But in her mind, Will Smith is Tupac. In her mind, that's what she laid next to and had kids with. She had kids with Tupac, not Will Smith. It just so happens that Will is just the physical figure there. Are you dropping shit?
Crazy.
To be honest, a lot of people were saying they was in love with Tupac during that time, soulmates with Tupac and Left Eye Lopez. It was crazy. But we think a reckoning. Tupac was that dude. Do we think a reckoning is coming in the music industry, yo? We seeing a lot of people hinting that Diddy might say some shit or whatever. You think so?
When them Diddy tapes drop and we see who was on the cameras, it's gonna be hell. And I'm just gonna say this now: the amount of jokes the black community is we are not going to take this serious at all. So anybody who was negatively affected, I'm apologizing in advance. We running these jokes in the fucking ground.
Let's be real. It's not going to be a reckoning on the music industry because the music industry is basically a game of musical chairs anyway. So those people that were involved in all that, they're going to go out and new people are just going to fill their spots. That's all that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to have a lasting effect.
It don't really matter who fills the chair. It's the culture of the city. Los Angeles is a freakopolis. It's Freaktopia. Atlanta is a freaky nation. So it don't really matter who's sitting in what chair or pulling what strings. They all freaks at the end of the day. Because that's just the culture and that society out there.
Bars. Freakopolis. That's a new one. We adding that to the list of words.
Yeah, Freakopolis.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Oh, my Uncle Kurt soul.
I feel like Hotep every like episode he gives us a t-shirt worthy slogan, so we're gonna put that Freakopolis, make us some money. All right, but I don't think I agree. I think part of the reason for kind of not signing a lot of talented people is that you can rotate a lot of these people if they do fuck up. Like, how much talent does it really take to create an Ice Spice? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take much, I wouldn't think. You know what I mean? Or to create any of these people. You know what I mean? Any mumble rapper you can think of or whatever, right? It's a dime a dozen. So if you do run into a freaky frog that gets taken down and needs to get taken down, it's easy to replace them. So I don't think a reckoning's coming. You're going to get a shuffling of the deck. Like I think J. Cloud hit it on the head.
We're going to have a new Diddy within the next 20 years.
There's probably a lot of Diddy that we don't know about.
It's just one. Diddy. His name
I mean, at that level, there was only really him, but there's going to be somebody to fill that spot.
I've been hearing things.
That might have to be a next hypothetical question. Who's going to be the next Diddy of the next generation?
Canadian.
Goddamn Drake.
So when we're saying a reckoning, are we talking about like a rebirth? Are we talking about a purge? Like, what are we talking about when we talk about reckoning? Because, I mean, I
would assume reckoning would mean collapse.
If we remove all the freaks from the music and entertainment industry, we no longer have a music or entertainment industry.
Yeah.
That's just the God's honest truth.
That's just the culture and the entertainment industry too. Like, that's just what them niggas do.
I think it might be Oprah.
Huh?
I think it might be Oprah.
Diddy? The next Diddy is Oprah?
Yeah.
Oprah like 90 years old. She retired.
I think it's going to be Drewski.
It might be Tyler Perry.
Who's the fuck said Drewski?
I said Drewski.
Why?
Just quote me on that. Give it 10 years.
I can see that. I could kind of see that, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
Well, if it's Drewski, then we need to go ahead and look into Jack Harlow right now.
Jack Harlow.
Shout out Michael Rubin.
England's in the house.
Hey.
Across the seas. All right, let's see what we got here. So that's all. If anything, got any final thoughts on the reckoning coming from our proposed biographer Alsina? But if people don't know, we also do music reviews. It's probably the main thing we fucking do. So let's pull up the review here. We have of Currency and DJ.Fresh. Southside, I believe this is your review, right? Reviewed tonight's show, the sequel by Currency and DJ.Fresh, which is unique about this one is we actually had a written review by Southside, and we had Star and Pico the God do a video review. So I'm gonna start with Southside, man. And you gave this ultimately the 8.5 out of 10, which is a pretty good score. So what's the justification for your
I liked how it's a Currency project. So you kind of already know what to expect. I think what really helped bring it out was DJ.Fresh, because DJ.Fresh always give you some good ass beats. He's always got some really good production. I think he's very underrated. And I know that a lot of people don't really listen to Currency, that kind of listen to mainstream rap. And a lot of people also forget that like Currency don't really do features. Currency really don't do features. So when he does a feature, it's like, can you really hold up your end of the bargain and like really bring the song home? And you know, seeing Larry June on there for me, that was enough. But I saw Kamaya, I was like, oh, okay. So we got this West Coast connection. We got All Black, Kamaya, Larry. At that point, I was sold on it. And so I think the biggest thing is that it just is one of those projects where it's like, it don't feel like it's just something he just threw together. It feel like he took his time and actually like worked with DJ.Fresh, and like they made sure to craft, like every song had a fucking purpose. And I appreciate that.
That's a good assessment.
Yeah, I agree with everything Southside said. And yeah, big on the intentional. You can definitely tell that they put their time and care into making this project an experience. It really felt like an experience, the Tonight Show experience. Like it really sounds like cohesive. And I really like it because I like when him and DJ.Fresh work together, because I feel like DJ.Fresh's production really brings something out of Spitta. So I think that is really cool. Every song had a purpose. Also, he forgot to mention that Paul Wall. He had a Paul Wall feature on there. Shoot, so he had an OG on there. That was really cool, and Paul Wall was really, really good on his. But yeah, overall, it was a great project. Very cohesive. DJ.Fresh was in his bag. Currency was in his bag as well. So, yeah.
So we got to compare. Hey, Southside gave 8.5. So I fired the video. We're gonna go to your rating. See if you gave it higher or lower. We're gonna see if we're in agreement here, right?
Okay.
Let's go.
So it definitely he was on his P vibe. So I mean, I appreciate that. I respect that, because you'll never ever get your bitch back.
All we saying, yeah, you're not gonna ever get that super personal shit. Like I think outside of what you named, shit before that, it was probably like the Outrunners. What was it, Golden Chrome, when he was rapping about his son? Yeah, like and he'll do it, you know what I'm saying? And he know how to do it, but like you said, he ain't gonna give you too much of that.
If I had it my way, I would have at least one type of song like that on the project. And I mean, it don't necessarily got to be about your family and stuff, but at least like give us a little bit of an insight into like you as a person, how you think about the world, how you view the world. That's what I like. But I mean, he didn't just have a song just dedicated to that. Spitta always throws some gems in there, so I like that. You know, he sneaks them into his bars.
I give it a solid 8.5 from me. 8.5. I'll give it 8.5 for sure.
8.5. You know, I don't disagree with that. I like that.
Definitely his best drop of the year so far. Drop number 3, right?
Yeah, drop number 3. Yeah. Definitely his best drop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll give it an 8.
All right.
I'm excited to see what he'll do on the third one, on the third installment. Did you hear any like songs previewed?
Yeah, make sure y'all tune into the rest of the entire album review. It's some good shit in there. But I think that's pretty on par. I think y'all all was kind of in the ballpark, yo. 8s, 8.5, 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
very.
I'm a harsh critic. So if I give any more than 8, it's damn near perfect. I'm a harsh critic. So 8.5, that's damn near good. It's crazy because the 8.5 is barely cracking my top 30.
No, but that album was definitely fire, y'all. Y'all got to go listen to it. Great production, great raps.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're here, just make sure shameless plug. We got a whole YouTube page full of shit to look at. So make sure y'all check us out, man. Subscribe. Good shit. Interviews. You got everything. Album reviews. You got this podcast talking some shit, So everything for your viewing pleasure up in this motherfucker. All right. Next, we have the Young Dolph murder trial going on right now. I think it started yesterday, day before yesterday, Monday or something like that. Young Dolph murder trial commences. Revelation that brother of Yo Gotti, Big Jook, may have put the hit out on him, which is crazy if it's true. So let me pull this up real quick. Yo Gotti's brother accused of allegedly putting 100K hit. And we got the article here with all the damn ads. Where did it go? Where did it go? All right. Yo Gotti's brother accused of allegedly putting $100,000 hit on Young Dolph. And people don't know Young Dolph's brother was actually killed not too long ago himself. Young Dolph's murder case has been seeing some wild developments since its inception, but things are getting even more odd. Today marks the first day of his murder trial, as just a couple days ago, a jury had been seated. Judge Jennifer Mitchell is overlooking it all. The main 3 suspects are still Justin Johnson, Cornelius Smith, and Hernandez Govin. Leading up to this morning afternoon, Govin has been constantly painted as the possible head honcho behind the murder of the beloved Memphis rapper. However, prosecutors are making a shocking accusation against the deceased brother of Young Dolph's longtime foe, Young Gotti. According to an update from the neighborhood talk, Big Jook allegedly was the one to put the hit out on a paper route Empire boss. And he goes on to explain how he basically paid $100K reward to Justin Johnson, one of the gunmen. I think he actually might went on stand today and said something about this. But what do y'all think? Is this kind of trying to pin it off? Because we heard about them speaking of one of them being the alleged head honcho behind the hit. Is this kind of a way to put it on a deceased person, knowing you can't really follow up on that? Or do y'all think, Yo Gotti's brother, because, Dolph did say some crazy shit about him. He called him his big sister and all. Like, if you listen to any of the diss songs, you know what he was calling Yo Gotti's brother. So what do y'all think? Trying to pass the buck, or do y'all think he may have had something to do with that, allegedly, speculation?
Gotti definitely had something to do with that.
So they're saying his brother put the hit out?
No, his brother put a hit out, put a bounty on Dolph, and 2 people who we're going to discuss in detail just a little bit later from my segment worked with Gotti's brother to handle that. And the streets are basically saying, Gotti was involved himself, and realistically he probably was, because realistically, how the fuck does your brother make a move, works for you, with your biggest op, and you don't know? He calling the shots. Let's not act. Let's not be dense people.
No, I agree, because they've been beefing for so long, so ain't no doubt in my mind Gotti had something to do with that for real, because shit, he shot at Dolph car in Charlotte and shit.
Well, I think what's the name got accused of that black youngster.
Oh, black youngster.
I think he got a charge behind that. I'm not sure if he ever got convicted. I don't know what happened to Black Youngster, period. I haven't heard anything from him in quite a while. But yeah. Let's see. You think you can get some people to be crash dummies for $100K? I want to say one of the dudes said out of that $100K, they only got like $800 out of it. You know what I mean? Kind of a lesson to people, y'all think, yo? You would think 100K you can actually get some professional people to actually do some shit, but who the fuck knows?
Pretty much.
Day one of Young Dolph merch trial, and this I think that shows the video.
You stop it here. This is Dolph here. Remember, he was wearing the yellow. This is Marcus. Remember, I told you he had a gun. He tries to return fire as these two men quickly shoot Dolph. Dolph's body's riddled with bullets. He shot all in the back, in the face, in the neck, in his arms. The first man out was Cornelius Smith, and he has that semi-automatic weapon.
Okay, there you have it. They just showing the video, and you can tell this is like amateur hour too, man. This dude
Bro,
just
look at the form.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the part that pisses me off. Is like he can't even hold the gun correctly.
Yeah, this is crazy.
He taking lives over this shit. So, like I said, I got my rant already ready. So,
now it's kind of leads into an interesting discussion, kind of off topic, but kind of on brand. I think he got killed. You know, Dolph got killed in his hometown of Memphis. A lot of people have gotten killed in their hometowns when doing love. Apparently, you know what I mean. Like he was actually supporting the business here and stuff like that. Is it kind of like taboo? Do you think rappers can actually still go home, be there, be in the hood or whatever after gaining success?
No,
you know what I mean.
No,
you can't. Nowadays, you really couldn't really ever, unless you were literally a product of your environment. You came up in that, and you was the reason why the neighborhoods that you stayed in changed. Yeah, but if you got your money, you left the neighborhood, and you tried to come back, can't do that shit, bro. Niggas don't want to hear that. Unfortunately, niggas gonna hate. That's what they do.
Nah, for real. Because people be jealous and envious of your success and shit. So, yeah, eventually he can't really go back home at all and shit. Like, just hang out and shit. Nah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, yo. Like I remember, like Doechii, if people remember, was signed to Grand Hustle, and like one of the dudes, literally, is one of his videos was the one who murdered him, in his hometown. Which is crazy. That you can't go home. I even know people who made like different ball leagues, the NBA, NFL, and just because of that, they had to leave their hometown. You know what I mean? So it's kind of sad that we push this thing of buy back the block, you know what I mean, bring the money back home, but you really can't fucking go home. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucked up in a sense. All right, let's see if we got anything else on Dolph. Do y'all think that they're gonna try to pin it, or is they gonna successfully pin it on Big Jook and maybe get some years off?
And you can't pin shit on no dead man.
I mean, that's what they're trying to.
You ain't pinning shit on no dead man. The jury not gonna go for that. Prosecution not going for that shit. The judge definitely ain't finna go for that. You ain't pinning shit on no dead man.
I feel like somebody eventually gonna crack into who really put out the heat.
The only nigga who going down for this shit is Gotti. If they can find a way to link that shit to him, yeah. But you can't pin shit on Juke and think you finna get off scot-free. That shit dead as fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. Do you think they're gonna try to pin it to Gotti? You think that's the ultimate goal of doing that?
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they? You're looking at life. Why the fuck not? You do everything you can. I be in the courtroom. I ain't pointing no elbows and nothing like that. You feel me? But goddamn, this nigga was there too. You feel me? Like some shit.
Terrible. Any last thoughts on the trial? Have anybody tuned in? Is it on TV and shit? Has anybody watched any of it?
No, because they still showing fucking Young Thug's trial. You can't get past that shit. We stuck on that motherfucker. You didn't see the nigga they put on the stand today? This nigga is going through withdrawal on the stand. This shit is a fucking joke. Our jujitsu system sucks, bro.
I agree with you.
Talk about a quick and speedy trial, my ass.
All right, so moving on. How do you say this? Muni Long?
Money.
Muni Long.
Damn, I've been saying Mooney. Damn.
Talking about how music is losing its. This is actually a pretty good. She's very smart, yo. This is a good talk.
The key is quality songs. At the end of the day, you have to make good music. As an artist, I think these days we get caught up in all the hype and the drip and the name and the feature. And the reason why it's not popping is because it's not good.
The song.
The song is not good.
The quality of the music. No, not music. Song.
The song with great production, arranging, because production is not just the note.
Yeah.
It's like the sonics, the mix, knowing when to take a snare out so it doesn't overlap over the lyrics.
Coaching vocals.
Vocal production as well, yes. So all of that,
And you
that
sound
is a
like you're
lost
involved
art.
in every step.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yes,
And
and I'm telling them
all
like,
the
yo,
way.
can we get a string intro? I want it to sound like this. I give references, super involved from top to bottom. I think that it's a lost art. I think a lot of new artists don't have the skill. If you notice, and it's not shade, you just don't have it. Nobody's teaching it. It's they'll put like a one take vocal. There's no stacks. There's no.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my Lord.
Yes.
They don't even think about, if you listen to my music, I even put the breaths in there intentionally. So
Fire.
you can hear it.
Yeah, don't cut it out. It's a human. It's a human element. to it.
I will go back and add it, like
Great.
Things like that. Just the experience of listening to my music is higher quality.
That's true.
Than
Art.
a lot. I'm intentional about it. So that's the reason why I'm not afraid to try other genres. And do things like the sway freestyle, and people are like, oh my God, you should be a rapper now. I don't know if I want to try that. I don't like what comes with that. I don't want to be up there twerking. If I could, I probably would, but I can't. So
Tall girl shit.
I can't twerk. No, Megan is tall. She could twerk.
No comment.
I can't.
What twerking?
I'm not a twerker. But I could try country. I could try, rock.
What do you think about the death of the bridge in R&B songs?
I just think that, first of all, again, a lot of the newer producers are not musicians, and so they don't have the chord progressions, loops. Like a lot, people are actually not playing these chords. They're going on splice and putting the chords together.
Niggas gotta go to church, man.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these niggas need to go to church.
Or some of the church musicians need to come
over,
to the studio. And
Yeah,
I also
Southside.
think that people aren't storytelling anymore. They're just like, this morning, I hopped out of bed. I put some bread in the toaster.
She was on my head. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Dumb shit.
They just like stream of consciousness and they don't go back and fix it. It's like the bridge is where the climax is. Like the tension in the story is very dramatic. And I think it's becoming a lost art. Like people don't know how to storytell.
They gotta bring bridges and modulations back.
Bring songwriting back.
I feel like everybody needs to go to Nashville who want to do this. And like just spend like a month in Nashville and just learn how to write songs because they don't fuck around.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, all of them.
They don't play that.
All right, that's pretty much it. You need to take your ass to Nashville, learn to write some music. Motherfuckers. I could picture so many like artists when she was doing it, like, I'm gonna make me a sandwich. You know what I mean? That little random stream of consciousness. But what do y'all think about her talk about kind of music in general losing its value due to lackluster production, microwave music, I think you want to call it? What do y'all think? Any truth to that? You know what I mean?
She's right.
Well,
She's right. But like,
correct.
I like that. I know that she knows what she's talking about. Like she studies the music and she has the knowledge of the music. I really respect that and I like that. And I could tell that she has a genuine love for music. But I know she started off as a songwriter for a long time before she got her shine as a solo artist. So I haven't really listened to none of her songs. I know she's a great artist though, but I agree. Like a lot of people don't have the type of training that these people back then, we had more gatekeeping, but now the barrier to entry is so low, anybody can do it. So it's just like these people that like her from her generation, like actually had to work hard, had to care, had to be a developed artist. in order to make it. So I mean, I see why the decline in music is happening. It so seems like, because anybody can do it. It's not as gate kept as it was when she was around, or
Facts. Yeah.
Nah, for real. The bars, Lord, my fault. My fault. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say also what she's talking about is like when she's talking about how people aren't like trained musicians and whatnot. I mean, the resources are there for everybody, but the thing is, people don't take the time to learn how to do these things, to learn how to play chords, and that's also a product of where we're at, like as a whole, because it's like artists now, they're dividing their time between being a content creator, being their own manager, being their own, you know what I'm saying? All these different hats. They don't have the time to develop like as a musician. So it's like,
Mm-hmm. Nah, for real. I'm glad we talk about this area because it needs to be heard, and it's the fucking truth. Because yeah, a bunch of these people think this shit is easy, and it's really fucking not. They think they can get in the studio and just goddamn make a song, and bada bing, bada boom, they goddamn real famous and shit. But this shit is a craft. You gotta perfect it. You gotta know what the fuck you doing. You gotta know how to song right. Damn, at least learn how to produce and shit. Like all this shit she said was 100% correct. And the way I see it, the way the music industry going right now, I feel like it's gonna be a renaissance to where the quality artists is gonna come back, and all this other bullshit that's being put out, all that shit gonna die down, which it already is, because ain't nobody trying to put that bullshit. We want to hear good music.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I really liked is that she talked about intentionality, like being intentional with your music. And she was like, these new people, they don't do like stacks. They don't do like, you know what I'm saying? Different things that is like that extra layer of like caring and quality and stuff like that.
No, they
But
don't.
I mean, I know my friends know I take long on my shit, but I'm just very intentional and I just care and stuff like that. So, I mean, I respect it.
Yeah, that's a good thing though, shit, because you actually care about the craft of it. Like, and that's a good thing. You just can't go in there and just like take a minute just to make a damn song. No, you got to put extra care into it and just pay attention to every detail if you really want to make a good song and shit. So
I mean, it's the same shit Tyler Creator was talking about a long time ago when it came to talking about Ian and everything, because realistically, this new generation, they don't play instruments. They don't understand the concept of bridges. They don't understand the concept of writing full bars and shit like that. They don't understand that shit. So when it comes to music losing its production value, the artists that are in the mainstream have no real artistic gift. It's the motherfuckers that you don't hear about, or the motherfuckers who came way early and before their time. Like, for example, the cool kids were way ahead of their fucking time in terms of their rap scheme, their production. It's crazy. Somebody like a Rory who started off just rapping, and now the nigga make folk music, and the shit sounds amazing. But it's the type of production that really sets apart a lot of different things. And you look at someone like a Made in Tokyo, who somebody thought he could have just been a one-hit wonder, and he wasn't. And he makes some really good production, but that's somebody who took time to learn their craft of music and actually apply what they've learned. And of course, Tyler Creator himself, he talks about it all the time, about how he decided to take shit very seriously, and you can see it and hear it, and it reflects in his music. So with the new generation, if they actually took the opportunity and the time to maybe learn an instrument or learn how to songwrite or learn how to just produce just a simple bridge, it would make all the fucking difference in the music now. And it would, regardless of whether or not it's, because it's not about everybody wants to get a number one hit, everybody want to be on the Billboard, everybody want to get radio play. I get that. But at the same time, though, you doing it at the cost of what? Making bullshit music? Because that's what it is.
Nah, for real. They just put out bullshit.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
What you about to say, J. Cloud, man?
Yeah, I was just gonna say everybody wants to go. I don't even think people care about hits anymore. I think people just want to go fucking viral.
People want that clout. They want that fame and shit. But
Yeah, you get that TikTok hit. I will say that she comes from the R&B genre. If one genre has kept a little smidgen of that old school stuff, it would be them. A lot of the people, I think Victoria Monet, I think the latest one coming up, she was writing for people, right? But they have that heritage of, like writing first and then you get on like Neo and Carrie Hilson and shit like that, right? So they do have that going on. I think hip hop used to have that. If you look at like the way 50 came up or Nas came up, or even if you want to go all the way back to Biggie and Pac, right? They were writing, or in the case of Tupac, he was a poet, or writing poetry and shit. Like people was actually writing shit. And now it's like that stream of consciousness you talk about where you see people saying random shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm getting my money. Hey, about to go to the toilet. Hey, about to make a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking random as fuck, bro. I mean, sometimes you can do that low vibrational shit, but if that's all you're getting, if all you're eating is hot pockets, you know what I mean? Like
where the nutrition at, bro?
yeah, you can eat a hot pocket once a month, but you eating that shit every day, you're gonna be fucked up, right? So that's kind of what we're doing.
Wayne fucked shit up.
He
did. No, he did, because he popularized that whole off the top of the head like stream of consciousness shit, and then everybody started thinking they could do it. But you're not like there's not people out here like that, like they can just like, because people had it misunderstood what he was doing, what Jay was doing, what Big was doing. They were writing in their head. They weren't just like pouring out words. So he can't like, oh, I'm freestyling everything. That's not what he was doing. But misunderstood what he was saying. Yeah, artists just need to focus on being artists again.
No, fast.
Instead of trying to wear so many hats, like it's romanticized for artists to be, oh, we gotta be businessmen. No, bro, like that's what people have teams for. That's what people have teams for. That's what people had teams for before, and that's why we got better music, because we had every job needs to be delegated to a certain person who specializes in that. Like if somebody's doing everything, they're not going to be great at any of them.
So if somebody's independent, how are they supposed to have a team until they get to that point? You know what I'm saying?
If somebody's independent?
Yeah, and like a small artist starting up, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't start with
that's the grind. That's being independent. That's how you cut your teeth. You put your work in. And then you accumulate people that want to be part of your team. You get that along the way. You don't just pop out with a team, obviously, but put the work in. And people don't want to put the work in anymore. People just want to put out a mixtape and have it blow up, or 1 million views. Like that's not how this shit works.
Shit, no.
Yeah, got to build up, right? Got to build
That's
up.
never been how this shit works. That even when they presented it that way, like there's like good example, Joey Badass, like that shit was like calculated. That shit was all like manufactured, and that's no diss to him, but he had Johnny Shipes on his team before 1999, so that's you get your music in the right hands. You don't have to like. You just need to. This is our relationships and being in the right place at the right time, and artists just got to focus on being artists again. And
you know what though, I will add to that, bro. I will say I would blame a lot of the A&Rs, at least from 2015ish to now, man. If you look at the Catch Me Outside girl, got a fucking record deal, bro. They were just literally signing anybody who went viral, and they were devaluing the brand. They were like, we can put somebody to write something for you and put you on a beat. If you can follow a beat, we're gonna have somebody write for you, and then we're just gonna put you out there. And that went on for a while, bro. You got a lot of microwave artists that way. Like you got a viral moment, how stupid it was. It didn't even have to be music related. fuck it, because you can't put you in they can't put you in country off a viral moment, right? They can't put you in something where you actually have to play an instrument and stuff like that, or you sing or something, but you can say words to a beat. So we're gonna put you, we don't value this culture at all. You're viral. We're gonna have somebody write some shit for you, you say it to a beat, bam, we put it out there. So I think if you're gonna blame Wayne, you need to blame these A&Rs, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just blame the no pad, no pen shit, even so doing that, some of that shit was terrible. But that's not the main cause. I think the A&Rs at these record labels really, really fucked the game up, bro.
Well, I think the Wayne shit fucked up the music itself, but I think the A&Rs is what fucked up, like there being no filter. So you can't filter the bad shit out. They're just grabbing anybody who, goes. That's all A&Rs do now. They grab people who are going viral or have a nice song or video doing some numbers. They grab them up and they just get beats for them.
Yeah.
They grab whoever they can see and they collect beats. That's all they do now.
Mm-hmm. And then that's why you got the 2-minute song thing. Everybody trying to make the TikTok hit. Mm-hmm. And I even blame your boy Drake because he went and tried to do it with the Tootsie Slide shit instead of trying to gatekeep. He's supposed to be the #1 in fucking hip hop, and he wants to make Tootsie Slide to try to capitalize off that TikTok shit. But whatever. But that's all I got, man. Y'all got anything else on Muni Long and in general music losing its production value? No. Southside. You ready? All right, man. Hoping for an epic rant today, bro. Let's cue up the theme song.
Hey, Darren.
All right, brother. Who we got for the crash dummy of the week?
I got a few because I got ADD and I can't sit still. I'm bipolar, so it's like I got multiple things going on in my head at one time. The two motherfuckers that killed young Dolph. Let's revisit that for just a quick moment.
She said no.
Right, she peeking through the back as you can see. Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith. They took this hit. They accepted the bounty on Dolph's head and were promised $100,000. I don't know about you. I don't know if we've seen any TV shows with any hitmen. First and foremost, hitmen take half the money up front. These motherfuckers did not do that. They went on ahead and just did the job. That was problem number one. Number two, they didn't even get all the fucking money. You know how much money they got, folks? $800. Just 2 weeks working at Burger King. You took young Dolph life for a 2-week shift, 8 to fucking 4 at Burger King for 2 weeks. Pre-taxes, my nigga, pre-taxes. What are we doing as a fucking community, man? Like, seriously, what the fuck are we doing? I understand it's rap beef. I understand it's, you plotting for your boy. The motive is what pissed me off the most. Not only were they supposed to get $100,000, he was supposed to get a record deal out of that. A record deal to CMG for the life of a human. I don't know. Look, I don't know about, signing record deals and shit like that. I ain't no rapper, even though a lot of you niggas on Twitter seem to see a music link in my damn bio and assume I'm a rapper. I am not a rapper. The point is, I don't know what it's like to sign to no label. CMG might be the last motherfucking label I ever signed to. I signed to Dreamville and never had my shit come up before I signed to damn CMG.
Damn, straight.
I'm just keeping it a buck. You killed a nigga for a 360 deal. and $800. And the crazy and the fucked up part is you can't even put the $800 on your books when you get locked up, dog. Like you can't even put that bit on commissary. Fuck are you doing? So I just say all that to say, realistically, man, like it's really sad that a man that was planning to go back to his hometown and give back to the community. Huh. Eat that, girl.
She said now.
That shit good as hell. It's sad that somebody go back to their community, go back home, and like they knew he was home because he was doing a turkey drive for the community. This man is literally giving back to the community, and as you niggas saw in the damn video earlier, this nigga looks like has with an AK, and he's shooting like this. He's shooting like he damn in the NFL doing a damn celebration during week 3. You can't even control the motherfucker. It's pathetic. These niggas is horrible. All I know is, look, Gotti done had a lot of people under 6 feet deep, and Dolph team been moving very, very viciously. So good luck to you niggas locked up, but you're gonna be more than some crash dummies in the pokey, big dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Better get top pump, or at least have some baby oil.
Not the baby oil, bro.
It's gonna be rough for you niggas. It's gonna be rough.
Goddamn baby oil, man.
Goddamn, you triggering.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I agree. That was a word.
All right, you heard me. I'm gonna go get your bottle. Hold on.
All right. While you on duty. And wait till he comes back. Let's go to the next segment we got. Speaking of Dream, who seemed to kind of stray during that rant. Trae Tha Truth went on to the Breakfast Club, I believe, and was talking about, guess what? Cole about to drop. We're gonna have to turn to Sade. Get the scoop.
His album, and when the album comes, it's probably gonna shock a lot of people. So I remember what I tell you all the time. A lot of people form opinions on things and they don't really know situations.
That's right.
He'll be all right.
You the intro?
No, I was going to say, before it's too late, you never know what bro may do. And then what I will do is I always salute him. I did Trae Tha Truth and the Bees, a remix that's out now.
Busy. And a lot of times people don't know.
All right, there you have it. Trae Tha Truth says the fall off is coming. We've been hearing about that album for quite a while. When was the last time? Well, he dropped that. Was that a mixtape or was that a full album?
That was a mixtape.
In the mixtape. So it's been a little minute since he dropped the actual album. So do we think that the fall off is finally coming? We getting like the tease, like the detox? What do y'all think?
I think it's gonna come sometime next year. But yeah, it's coming.
All right. Nah. Are there going to be any surprises on there? You think it's going to be maybe a diss? Maybe
it's going to be a feature with Kendrick, and it's going to be absolutely fucking hilarious to see how that shit happened. But I would like for this nigga to also release the damn albums of the niggas signed to your label, please. Fuck your album, nigga. I want to hear. I want to hear some pause and some fucking loot, nigga. It's a damn. I know Ari got like 3 albums done that's just fucking sitting collecting dust. Drop them shits, nigga.
That's not his call.
Big verses on Katy Perry album. You
gotta blame Interscope.
What? Point me to the white man I need to blame.
Oh man, I don't know. It could be a diss. I definitely. What we saying? Kendrick feature? Yeah or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be.
You know, he's a little too comfortable with going platinum with no features, so don't know.
Yeah, that's true, yo. It's true. But I think he will have a feature on that. I was thinking, to me, I think he's gonna have features, bro. If I had to guess, I would think he would, but we shall see. When in the time frame you think he might come out, yo? let's say pre Super Bowl or post Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
I want to say around his birthday.
When the hell's his birthday?
January 28th.
Okay, that's like right around Super Bowl.
That's sad that you didn't know that, bro. It's literally on his best album.
Man, look here, man. I gotta put like everybody's fucking birthday in there.
It's funny too. Now that you mention that, I actually finally heard. Like I always liked that beat and that sample, and I actually found the Japanese song that the sample came from, just randomly scrolling on TikTok, and so I done went down a whole damn rabbit hole of Japanese pop music.
Oh my god!
Sample from what song?
January 28th.
Oh, okay. I didn't listen to it.
Because I've always heard it, and I know he always does some slick shit, kind of like with Neighbors when he's like, it's forbidden fruit in reverse. I was like, oh, okay, so I know he always be cooking up some shit. And so I just randomly was scrolling TikTok. I heard the little chorus to the song called Scott Breakfast. And I'm like, where the fuck have I heard this shit from? It took me like 5 seconds. I was like, oh, the nigga who apologized. Let me go find the song. I played it. It was great. I was like, oh, I'm a nerd. I love music. I was connecting the dots. I was like, good old time. So that's how I just went to
Easter eggs.
Yeah, just shit like that. And then I'll be telling Black Licorice, I'll be trying to, tell her about shit because she don't listen to that. So I'll be having to tell her.
This Black Licorice shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell the people who you learned about today.
You're a fucking hater.
Okay.
Right. Said that shit passionately, bro. Speaking of, let's go back to reviews. So we got Cash Cobain. So we got Southside's review pulled up of the Cash Cobain album. If you want to go to the page and read that, we should have that tagged in the highlights section. But at the end of the day, let's take note of the score, right? 4.4 out of 10, which is pretty fucking terrible, right? Not the worst I've seen, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
now let's go
grading shit called wet socks out of 10. Yeah, it's not the worst.
So then we have Pitchfork, who gave it a 7.7 out of 10. So you're looking at a big difference there.
We do not trust Pitchfork, bro.
So let me ask Southside as the reviewer, what do you attribute to the discrepancy in your score? Who I think music pretty good, right? What's the difference between this and Pitchfork? Why is Pitchfork so high compared to yours?
So the problem with fucking Pitchfork is that they don't have the people that they get to review certain albums. They're not very versed in the genres that they're reviewing. Like they had a white dude review Ice Spice album, and that was the only rap album he had ever reviewed. So you giving that a high score because it's almost like that's your introduction to hip hop. What the fuck are you talking about? That being a great score, if that is the first thing you've ever listened to, like what the fuck else were you listening to before? I do my research. I Google these fucking names. I go back and look and see what they review. When you click on these people's names and you look at the albums of what they review, they be reviewing some bullshit, or it's spread out, and they lean heavy towards one specific genre to where it's almost too skewed to where they can't really give a fair and balanced score to a hip hop or an R&B album because they predominantly do country music. So for me, I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna just listening to because you're making a whole ass mess. I'm not gonna be one that's just listening to an album that's from a mainstream artist and just automatically give it a good score just because I want to help them follow. I want to follow the agenda. I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck how famous you are. I give you a fucking goddamn scrape kneecap out of 10. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Cold McDonald fries.
I mean, that really wasn't the most creative one. I think I had one that was like stepping on Legos out of 10. That one was fun. Like, I just come up with whatever fuck crosses my mind. But I just don't understand, like, when are we in media going to start being honest with these niggas? Because the same how last week we talked about the best 20 rappers under the age of 30, this nigga popped up on the list. How? What fucking bar? How the fuck did Joey Badass not make the list? How did Denzel Curry not make the list? But you put Cash Cobain on there. A producer who just now started rapping, just like Alchemist. A producer who literally just now started rapping.
Alchemist ain't just start rapping.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm talking about in terms of the mainstream world hearing him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, hold you down.
Real true fans know he was rapping, but to the average person, oh my God, Alchemist rap? Yes, nigga. Oh my God, Cash Cobain raps? Yes, unfortunately. That's where we are.
Okay, I do have a hypothetical. What do you think is possibly the payola? You know, because there are a lot of media companies that boost and, you know, give these fudged scores because they're getting paid to do it. So integrity.
It's not that. It's what it is these platforms try to get in favor, and I have homies that work at Pitchfork, so I know this. They try to get in favor of artists for interviews and, you know, shit like that for columns. That's really what it is.
And
It's
that's,
not a payola thing.
And that's crazy.
No.
I've been paid to give reviews, and I've given bad scores to niggas who have given me money for reviews. Because I'm honest. And I pride myself on integrity and not lying to you niggas.
Exactly. You will get integrity here. We may not get many mainstream interviews, but we will get integrity. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Now let me ask you this. In all fairness, right? We look at the name here, Alphonse Pierre.
He's a troll.
He's black.
He's a troll.
He's black. He's black. I did my research. I've had an issue with him.
Here. So here he
He's
goes.
a fucking troll.
He's on Twitter. He's pretty active on Twitter, actually. So, in all fairness, if you would like to have a conversation with us, we're all open ears about, you know, the discrepancy in the scores, why he gave it. We're right here. He is talking shit about Yachty or something. But yeah, we are here in all fairness. So if you want to come on the platform, feel free to reach out, bro, and we'll give you your fair one. But yeah, this is, at least he's black. I'll say that much. At least it looks.
I'm gonna call you a bitch.
Come on, bro.
Just FYI.
So hostile.
No, that's me being loving and caring.
Hey,
You don't want to know what I want to say. Gonna get us flagged and kicked off the goddamn air. If I really say what I want to say, because there's gonna be some slurs, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Terrible. But you got the open invite, bro. We'll keep
bro.
It's always smoke with me.
Bro, don't come here. Don't come here.
No, please, actually do come here. Because I personally really do be wanting to know especially when I review music, I be wanting to know when, for example, when I reviewed Future album and I thought that shit was hot mid, that shit was like a goddamn cold cheeseburger. I'm like, all right, bro, like what the shit is? It's all right, but it's like it ain't special. Like, did anyone else listen to Pluto Ski or whatever that song was? This nigga was just off a perk in the booth.
I'm gonna push back on you because you like Yachty, bro. What is that?
That shit. Oh my god, that shit was bad.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Like that beat was crazy though.
But you listen to Yachty though, bro. He does the same thing, kind of.
Yachty actually has fucking tried to venture off and grow as an artist. Future been making the same music since before I had facial hair.
I mean, what you expect from Future though? That's his lane. He's in his lane.
I get that, but my nigga, you 40.
Exactly. You think to change at 40 years old?
No, it's like at some point, bro, the shit is boring. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be fun and you in the club and you doing all this other shit. But the shit is boring as fuck. Half that album, I literally listened to the album on the way to dropping this one off at daycare and going to work. Nigga, by the time I got to my desk at my office, I wanted to throw my fucking phone. I'm like, bro, this shit is boring as fuck. Like, I fuck with his production, but god damn, this shit was boring.
I was telling him after them first 4 songs, he'd be like, nah, I gotta go to the next album or something.
I feel like nowadays, when you think of a Future song, you know what it's gonna sound like. You know it's gonna be a great beat, but you know what the subject matter is gonna be like. You're gonna have some weird perk flow.
At this point, I want him to get in a relationship just so the woman can break his heart, so we can get another classic album.
Because then we're gonna have to get that honest shit. Like,
I'm okay with that.
I don't want to. Nah, that album was fucking terrible. What album was that? Oh my god! Don't get in love, Future. That shit was
Future
horrible.
and Hendrix were the last 2 good projects he had. He had shit good since. High Off Life was okay. Okay. It had his moments.
We Don't Trust You. That was the album of the year.
No.
You don't know what?
We
What?
Don't Trust You.
We
That's
don't
not the
trust
album of the year?
No, that shit not even top 100.
That's what the streets is saying.
The streets are
The
fucking
Pitchfork
dumb.
Streets. Pitchfork
Yeah,
Street.
Outside of like that, what other song from that album actually stood out?
None. I barely like That song.
That's good to see. That's great.
The beat is really good, and I like Hendrix
I
part.
don't remember a single song from We Still Don't Trust You.
That's the one after We Don't Trust You, right?
Exactly.
Oh
That
shit.
That
That
was
one came
Oh
to
shit!
me.
With Weekend.
And that wouldn't even, and that wasn't a deluxe album, people. Because you know these niggas they drop an album, they wait 5 fucking days, and they drop a fucking deluxe, and it's only 2 fucking songs. No, that was a whole ass LP right behind it. I don't know who the fuck's. D's best friend, fucking Ebro.
There you go with that shit. See, that's why.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm on your ass now. Pause. That shit. That was crazy. I apologize. That was fucking crazy. I apologize. Anyway, your homeboy Ebro talking about Future had that 3-album run. This man lost his fucking mind. Oh, it's mixtape Future. You know, mixtape Future, shut the fuck up. That shit was horrible.
In his defense, Mixtape Pluto was a throwaway. That's all it was. Just throwaway songs he put together. That's why I feel like it was. That's what it felt like. Just throwaway songs and shit.
I just have one question. When the fuck did we accept that the mixtape had to be mid for it to be acceptable? Like people see an album and then it doesn't do well, and then niggas be like, oh, but it's just a mixtape. When the fuck did we just lower the standard for mixtapes? Like when the fuck did that happen?
Was that JT? Was that the JT thing? Where it was?
That was definitely the JT thing when niggas was on my fucking head, like they always are, and they wrong as fuck, as they always are.
Yeah,
it's a cop out.
Very much a cop out.
Yeah, I've heard some mixtapes that were better than actual albums. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a big cop out. Man. All right. So speaking of. Got anything left on that? I don't think so. Well, like I said, bro, I think we started off with the Pitchfork thing. Anybody is free to come and justify their inflated ass score. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the hypothetical. And then basically I'm gonna ask the question here with acts like Ice Spice having disappointing sales, and we finally get recognition of acts like Doechii, who I'm gonna play a video of in a minute, getting recognition. Is hip hop about to enter that renaissance we've been hearing about for the longest that we still are waiting? But let me pull this up for you.
my roots in rap are from boom bap, and I taught myself how to rap through like battle style rapping. And with me kind of coming back to myself, I'm recently completely sober, no nicotine, no alcohol, no smoking, no nothing. And so I just kind of fell in love with hip hop. And I realized that there is a sense of tradition in hip hop that I really want to represent and bring back.
Trying to make me more of a fan, son. Yo, y'all see what she's doing?
No, but for real though, I feel like there is importance in tradition. I feel like it is important for us to uphold the heart of hip hop, which is lyrical composition, it is skill, it is wittiness, but it is also talking about our feelings, being honest about what we're going through and connecting us as people.
There you go.
And I feel like, especially in the time of an economic recession, people need to feel things right now, and we need to talk about it, and we need to do it through rap, which is why I chose the sonical direction that I chose. Was like, I want to take us back to this classic space in hip hop and just remind people of the traditional roots of where this started and do it in my way and push it forward.
There you have it.
I'll
Get back to the roots. I like that.
I'll fuck with it for that because I'm like of the same exact mind state. So I'll fuck with it.
Okay. So let's go back to the question, right? With that mind, right? With that mindset that we have, would that be contagious? And will we get, a little bit back to that boom bap era or whatever? Do y'all think that's coming? Or do y'all think lyricism in general, I should say that? Will lyricism matter? Will actually making a cohesive song come back? Or are we stuck with the microwave music?
I mean, that's on the artists.
What? It says on artists.
That's on the artists. That's not on that's like we had like everything that people say is scaring the hose music. That shit was like top of the charts at one point. Like that shit was like number one, number two. Like that shit was top of the charts. So it's like, what is that? What is any of those? It's just a matter of like all of it. Like I don't want to get too deep into the whole like agenda thing, but I think there's definitely some sort of like effort to dumb shit down as a whole. And people like to acknowledge it, like, oh yeah, everything's dumbed down, and then they go and post the dumbed down shit or they promote it. So it's like it's on the artist to stop like buying into it, but at the same time we're in a fucking cycle right now, because who the fuck isn't an artist now? The fans all the fans are artists too, and that's like what's I think it was Star that said it before. It's like everybody feels like they can do it, so everybody's like setting up a studio in their house. Everybody's like can put a song on SoundCloud and YouTube. So it's like that's the norm. So it's like whatever the majority is, that's like acceptable. So I don't know if we're gonna like go through like a renaissance or whatever until like that mindset that she's talking about becomes the norm. And I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, because not everybody's equipped to. Let's be real. Not everybody can fucking rap. Not everybody can fucking rap like that. So it's like not everybody can meet that standard, and not everybody's transparent to talk about themselves, to talk about real shit. So those are two hurdles that are there like from the start.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else? Do you think we're gonna see a resurgence in their lyrical content, resurgence in general? More gatekeeping, keeping shitty people out.
We might see some shit, but I do understand that not everybody is capable of being a lyrical rapper. Not everybody is, able to be transparent. But it depends on your level of talent. If you can spit a 16, sometimes people will let you go and not have you actually be like, oh, it's all right that you lying about having guns or you lying about getting bitches or whatever the case may be. Sometimes the shit will people be okay with that sliding because you are keeping us entertained. So yeah, there's an entertainment factor within this renaissance, but it's really all about understanding who actually can make quality fucking songs. If you out here making bullshit TikTok tracks and you just looking for radio play, because somebody tried to argue me down today, it was like, oh, well, so-and-so songs ain't been on the radio. What does that mean? That don't mean it's not good music. It's all about just making quality songs. And artists like Doechii, who's getting that recognition, and other artists, someone like a Rico Nasty, makes great quality music. May not get that recognition, but these artists are out there. So the sales itself, that just comes from niggas not wanting to buy the songs when you got motherfuckers releasing 6 songs out of a 14-track album before the shit even fucking dropped. Why the fuck would I buy the whole damn thing? I done heard it, not in 8 of these songs sound alike. So that's where we are when it comes to hip hop. But we still gonna have motherfuckers slip through the cracks, no matter how hard we gatekeep. We gonna find there's gonna be another Ian. There's gonna be another Yeet. There's gonna be another fucking Destroy Lonely or another Ken Carson, unfortunately. Like, these niggas are gonna pop up, and it's gonna be the main publications like Double XL and Complex and Pitchfork that hype these niggas up because they just want the money from the labels rather than stand on principle and promote quality fucking music. That is the biggest thing. If these niggas in the media would promote quality artists, we would be fucking fine. If Ice Spice didn't get mainstream attention, we would not hear from this bitch ever. Every publication talks about that damn girl. Every day is something new. You know how many articles I've seen on Sexy Red?
A lot. It's crazy.
You know how many articles Black Licorice throw in from Rap Alert 6 in the chat? I can't even see them bitches because they blocked me. Because I made one joke about Sexy Red. I know, right?
You sound like she talking, yo.
She laughing too, because she laughing at me. You know when I go off, she can't help but laugh. But it's the truth though. Like it literally just depends to me. It depends on the publication. If we're going through this hip hop renaissance, it's the media that sets the standard. If these motherfuckers promote quality artists and give, and I ain't saying you gotta go pull a nigga from the underground like a goddamn Billy Woods or a Lucy. I ain't saying you gotta do that. Some niggas is cool being underground. Let them stay there. That's fine. But if you're gonna bring somebody up and give them this mainstream attention, just make sure they talented. That's all. Except Boss Man D-Lo. We cool with Boss Man D-Lo. I fuck with Boss Man D-Lo. I don't care what anybody's doing. Boss Man D-Lo, his shit be slapping, nigga. I ain't even go. Some of his shit might be trash, but hey, I don't give a fuck. That shit kind of slapping the whip, nigga.
No,
like, I be leaving work bumping Sports Center. I fucking love that song.
Yeah, but Sports Center dope. But that's the thing too. I don't think necessarily. I'm not one of the people to act like the back in the day was just like the greatest lyrical time ever. And like, you know what I mean? We had Biz Marquee, Oh Baby You. You know what I mean? Like we had, funny shit. We had like off-kilter shit. Honestly, let's keep it real, bro. Do we act like we realize half of what Bone Thugs and Harmony was saying? I know I fucking don't. You know what I mean? Like you caught what you caught. Man, some of the songs, I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? But at the same time, you had a balance. You had a Nas for every, you know what I mean? You had a fucking, you know what I mean? You had a J. You had all these different people who can balance all that out. That was lyrical. You know what I mean? You had a Far Side. You had all these groups. You had Outkast. You know what I mean? So for every bullshit, you had somebody on the other side, right? So I just think the balance is thrown off right now for whatever reason.
The balance is definitely thrown off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I do feel like people gonna start gravitating the quality music more pretty soon. That's why I feel like ain't nobody gonna be cute to this bullshit. But like y'all see, it's gonna be some goddamn niggas come in through the cracks, still making bullshit music though. But so that shit is, you can't stop that shit.
So do you guys think that, okay, because me, you know, I want to be a natural optimist or whatever. I kind of feel like people are getting tired of the bullshit, but that's just from my limited lens and what I see. I see people are getting over it. But I mean, I see people that still, I know girls that still turn up to the sexy red and the whatever, the bullshit.
Well, that's because they had an IEP in school, and that's all they can relate to.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole rap, prostitute rap, like it's still, I still know people that listen to it. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think the consumers hold more power than we realize. Yeah, the media is part of the gatekeeping as well. But as consumers, if we're not going and buying the shit, it's going, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to thrive. And it makes me think about how Ice Spice, I mean, I don't know, you may see her on your timeline for music, but I haven't seen her in a while. Like ever since that girl exposing her, the second girl, like I feel like she's been like falling off real hard after that. So it's just like people don't fuck with her because her music sucks. Her brand is bigger than her music actually was. So it's just, it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
But, I mean, if we're talking about people buying music, like people aren't buying Ice Spice. People are buying LL Cool J. People aren't buying like Sexy Red. They're streaming Sexy Red. They're streaming Ice Spice. They're not buying that shit.
Well, market correction. I think the market at a certain point will speak for itself. Also, that shit ain't charting either. You know what I mean? Like they're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and the shit's still not hitting number one. She's still not even hitting top 10, 20 a lot of times. You know what I mean?
And if it does, it's because it tanked streams. Because streaming.
Or somebody makes a little funky little dance to it on TikTok and then it takes off. That's the only way they fucking going. That's the only way they charting, bro.
Yeah.
Really real shit.
Yeah.
So I think the market is correcting itself because you know that classic shit lasts forever, yo. That bullshit, you forget about it the next day. So if they keep making the microwave music, they're gonna get microwave sales. Ain't nobody finna stream it. Who the fuck gonna be streaming Sexy Red in 10 years, bro? Like this motherfucker still bumping. I heard some Michael Jackson, some shit the other day. Some motherfucker still playing that shit. You know what I mean? Man, been dead how long? Fucking kids drinking as long as he been dead. You know what I mean?
And people still buying Michael Jackson. People will still buy Michael Jackson vinyls and CDs and shit.
I mean, it's the effect. It's the effect that, you know, motherfuckers had on people. You could say the same thing, you know, people who listen to Prince and people who listen to a lot of old school cats in the 80s and the 90s and even in the early 2000s. Like that's when those CD sales were up because, like, again, people, they actually gave a fuck about music rather than giving a fuck about money and streams and all the media attention that came with it. Nowadays, it's like you get in the game and all it is like, hey, you know, I'm trying to get in, make this money. I just need a record deal so I can make this money. And then they're going to put you on every award show known to man so you can continue to get those awards, continue to get that recognition, because that makes people say, oh, this person won Best Rapper of Hip-Hop Artist of the Year. Let me go listen to their music, which in turn drives up your streams, which is supposed to make you more money, but niggas not falling for that shit now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody can be listen to that bullshit no more. So,
and it ties back. It ties back to the previous topic with Muni Long. She was talking about people don't have the care and the intentionality anymore, and all the albums and stuff that y'all mentioned that people go out and buy, they know it's quality. we had quality. So at the end of the day, I do think that there's a need there, and I do think that people are craving quality. So I don't know. Those are the people that go and get supported, and they go buy your shit. You know, you can't just put out bullshit and think that people are going to eat it up. Because we've seen plenty of examples of how viral success does not equal people actually supporting you. You can have 1 million followers and people, you sell 5,000 copies, streaming equivalents of your mixtape. That happened to us. Yeah, it's like all those followers don't mean anything.
Yeah, definitely. It's like streaming might actually be their downfall. You don't have to listen to the radio no more, right? You don't have to, you know what I mean, have a DJ, somebody tell you what's hot. You can actually curate your whole playlist yourself.
Shit, the radio is on streaming.
Word.
Local radio stations are on Apple. Local radio stations are on iHeart, Sirius XM. Like local, like you don't even have to get in the car and turn the bitch on to 95.5 to beat, my nigga. That shit on your phone.
Facts.
Certain type of artists are gonna be good though. You know, people that actually make music that, you know, makes people want to buy and support, like that microwave shit is gonna affect that shit. That's and it was the same thing when I said when AI started becoming a thing. I'm like, AI is not gonna affect me. AI is not gonna affect like fucking, you know, just certain types of artists. AI is gonna affect people like fucking Destroy Lonely. AI like Lil Yachty, that type of shit. You know, because that shit's very easily replicated. There's no personality. There's no heart to it.
Random stream of consciousness. Like that's why, like you have to have stories. Like you have your personality. I think was your Star maybe last episode. Like somebody said it. I think you got to have like a personality or have a brand or something like that. And I would agree. It's like I can listen to you say random shit that you don't do, or I can listen to somebody who actually has a story to tell. You know what I mean? Like Doechii just talking right there makes you want to listen to her shit. Because what do you have to say? What else you got to say? And AI can't replicate that connection. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that part right there. Anything else y'all got on the Renaissance?
Part of me does feel like the game is kind of like recalibrating almost, because I feel like the music industry was kind of hit by surprise with the whole streaming, how big streaming got. So it's just like, it's kind of like people like grasping for straws, or they don't know exactly what's going on. But now that we have like the data and seeing how this shit is going, people are able to create like alternatives to it or figure out how to move and how to adapt, because the game is always changing. And you either adapt or you get left behind. So I feel like people are learning to adapt and learning how to navigate it, which is why certain artists won't be, you know, affected by certain shit because they know what they're doing, I guess.
Definitely. Anybody else? Anything? Last words on that subject right there. SB, you been quiet over there. What you doing over there, yo? You chilling? You zoned out, yo?
Listening.
All right, gotcha. Moment of mystery over there. All right, let's go to the last segment we got here. What are you listening to? So you can pull out your iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music. The algorithm is crazy on YouTube Music, by the way, yo. I think of some shit and that shit play. I answer for Sade. She ain't listening to nothing.
I was gonna say she ain't listening to shit.
Lifting them weights, goddamn. That's what she.
Right. Shout out to your weight loss. Your weight loss progression. You're bulking in the gym. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. You're doing a really good job. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
And I see you got your dreads redone. They look nice. I see your scalp. It looks nice and greased up and good.
He about to ask you for $5. That's the type of shit you do before you ask somebody for some money.
I need more than $5. I'm gonna have to do a lot more being nice before I ask for money. I need way more than $5.
Nephew. Who we got first? Who want to kick it off? Star, you want to go?
Sure. So I've been keeping it simple. Still on that Currency and DJ.Fresh, the Tonight Show sequel. So good. Been listening to Toro y Moi. Is it Moi or Moi? I can never get it. I always forget. Toro y Moi.
I just called a nigga Chaz Bear. Just call this nigga by his name.
They're gonna be like, what
I don't address him by his artist name. I literally call him Chaz Bear. Ever since I found out what his name was, that's what I call him.
Toro y Moi. I'm just gonna call him that with the Spanish accent. And some Mr. Midnight by Larry June. And my own shit. I've been listening to that, working on a project. So listen to that shit a million times before you drop it.
You let it go. You just gotta drop it. You gotta do that dude to make that fake book. Sometimes you just gotta put it out there.
That's funny as fuck.
All right, what else we got? J. Cloud, what you got over there in the playlist, brother?
I've been listening to a lot of Murs. Murs and Not Wonder specifically. Murs, a bunch of Doom. Dave's this dude from the UK. He's super dope. Been listening to that new Blue in Exile. That shit hard. The new Alchemist. That shit is fire.
Facts.
Some Prodigy. Just a bunch of shit. Bunch of shit on that line. But yeah, that's it.
Yo, Shook, what you got, bro?
I got reviews out for Lil Tecca, Future, Lil Xan. I don't know why I did that to myself. George Sparks, that shit was fucking awful. Sabrina Carpenter, I love her music. It leaned on countryside. Katy Perry, that shit was mid as fuck.
Aww.
That shit was hella fucking mid. That was fucking goodness. I don't know how that shit was fucking painful. And then she had the audacity to fucking have 21 Savage and J.I.D. on that bitch. No wonder Black Licorice was mad. I see why. Because that was culture vulture ass shit if I ever seen in my fucking life.
No, don't try to say that now.
Shut up. I'm agreeing with you. Don't normally agree. So shut up and let it happen. There's a new track, a new single, Pacific Atlantic by Abby Jasmine. I may or may not have been fussed at by her because I was rushing her to drop her album. I did tell her to hurry the fuck up, and she politely told me shut up, which is correct.
We posted her on the Saturday Spotlight, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay, because I heard that song. I like this.
I'm very much a big fan of her music. She knows this already.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Abby Jasmine. At this point, it's kind of like, what other random celebrity could I just have a random interaction with? Because I feel like that happens often now. It's like, hey, famous person, how you doing? Let's talk about shit. Like that shit happens all the time. The TikTok trend song, from Ice Attack 2 by Gucci Mane Truckloaded. That shit has been on fucking repeat just so I can do the dance. So if you haven't seen the dance or the TikToks, yeah, that shit. Somebody bitch getting fucked this eat. Yeah, that shit. That shit been on repeat for absolute longest. A little bit of Chris Crack, and then The Alchemist. That's pretty much probably gonna be top 5 album of the year for me at this point now. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
Bro, you done switched that up like 30 times.
Well, see, the problem is I don't know. I have like 6 albums that I gave 10s to this year. So that's crazy. Alchemist makes 7. So my top 10 just got a little bit more difficult. But I got 7 perfect albums.
7 perfect albums. That's a high standard there, brother.
Yeah.
Perfect album.
It should be 8, but I gave K Tronada a 9.9. I was being childish.
That's petty as hell.
Very petty. 9.9.
That's Beezy. What you listening to for real though? What you got?
I got you. Hold on.
Just go on the
Oh,
playlist.
I deleted it. Never mind. 'Cause I have 2 phones now, so it's actually
Okay, Kevin
Gates. Kevin Gates over there.
Oh, that's why it take you long to respond in the group chat. You don't even know which phone it's going to.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have them hoes on a separate line. I feel you.
Yeah, because you know how she do.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Yeah.
They don't got to worry about calling at the 8. I can call it anytime. I said it.
But you got anything, or you chilling?
No, man, it's really been the same shit. Cause I haven't even been able to listen to the Alchemist shit, so I'll probably dive into that tonight.
Okay. All right.
And Young Roddy, because that's who the fuck I told her to listen to.
Oh yeah, that nigga too.
Yes, I told her to listen to Young Roddy because he does. Young Roddy is a rapper that is very similar to someone that we discussed, and he has a very similar voice. So I told her who Young Roddy was, and Roddy makes pretty good music. He's got a few albums, but he made music with Trademark, Scott Ryder, Scott Adams, sorry. And Currency, the whole Jet Life thing. So he's been with them. So it's just somebody new for her to check out. Because the response I got was not who the fuck Young Roddy, not not who he is and what he makes, but like how many fucking niggas do you keep up with? Like this is too much music.
Yeah,
that was the response I got from her. Like, damn, like somebody else? Who are these people? And I'm like, bro, you don't why don't you know all these people?
Okay,
you gotta listen to the project with Roddy, Trademark, and Spitter. You gotta listen to that one.
Yep. It's called I can't remember the name of the damn
I think our problem is I just look for niggas that I like to listen to versus who's
I'm
new.
the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. But you
But sometimes though, if I'm bored, I'll like go on a random Spotify playlist and I'll just listen through the whole thing. And then if I like an artist, I'll add it to my like songs, and then I'll go back to their like discography and then see what else they make. But I haven't even been listening to any new playlists lately.
Yeah, shit. Being part of this platform, it's like forcing me to like try to listen to different shit. Cause I'm usually the same way. Like I don't go seek out stuff, but
damn, that's crazy. That's all I do is seek out shit.
Yeah.
That's how I mean,
at the height of the blog era, I was always on them websites, just downloading shit. Like, so I miss that. Like when we just had like like, okay, you knew it was gonna be some good shit if it was on them.
Yeah.
So I miss that.
Yeah. My old ass listens to the same shit over and over again. Anyway, if I hadn't this platform, my damn show wouldn't be listening to no new shit. I just throw on this dude playlist, even though this shit was kind of depressing this week, man. You've been on a low vibrational vibe, bro. I was like,
who, me?
I didn't realize I listen to your playlist and shit. I'm doing the dishes, getting sad and shit. Like, god damn.
What fucking playlist was you listening to?
Weekly Jam, bro. You threw some somber shit
No,
on there.
hold on. Time out. First and foremost, y'all niggas filled up half the fucking list.
I didn't fill up half the fucking list.
They did.
I had happy songs on there.
More than it Black Licorice threw in at least like 5 songs.
So you're Abby Stinkabutt now? Is that what we doing?
I mean, you did throw in a pretty good amount of songs though. I threw in the shit towards the end. Like I kind of like sometimes at some point I kind of just go through just the Discovery radio and just be listening. I'm like, okay, I think y'all might fuck with this.
Another good thing too, you throw them like songs, you can make a radio from your like songs. So a lot of times I can get onto because it calculates your algorithm and it's like, okay, you might like this shit over here. And I discover dudes like that. But this week, what I've listened to? I listened to Ghostface. I went back to hear some of his shit. Dolph, because of that trial, maybe want to listen to some Dolph. I don't know why. Rest in peace, Dolph. Future, I listened to Big Walk Dog, bro. Big Walk Dog, she got a push, bro. I blame Gucci for that shit. That dude can rap. I went back to the Carter too. That Currency song was in my head. That grown man shit. So I had to ride after that. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna listen to the whole album. Who else? Oh, I found this dude, Leon Thomas. I don't know if y'all know that dude.
I do.
Yeah, I was going down a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Go and listen to go listen to that diss track towards me on the playlist. I
You
decided
put on the playlist.
Why would you put that on there?
Because I'm a horrible individual, and I wish nothing but the worst to happen to people. But this time I decided to be the opposite of petty, which was support someone who's still making diss tracks towards me, and put one of them on the playlist. I was being honest.
Man, you giving that diss track more attention than the
I'm
fucking.
trying to help the nigga make more music. He's been rapping in the dorm room since we was in college, and he's making the same shit since 2013. We have been around 11 years later, and we are making the same diss track saying your friends doubted you, and that's crazy because, my nigga, you just want a bunch of yes men around. I'm not one of those.
Like Biggie playing "Hit 'Em Up" on repeat or some shit. Anyway, let's get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all got anything to plug? Anything new going on? Any projects? I already heard some little rumblings of some shit. Start dropping an EP or some shit. We know Sade got the album in the works. So let's go. What you got going on? Start what you working on, yo.
Y'all gonna be surprised when I go ahead and drop it.
Yeah, we waiting on it, girl.
Keep on waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been working on some music. Me and J.Cole been locked in on some stuff, so I'm excited to share that very soon. Rare Awareness, we still doing numbers. We trying to keep them healthy. Get y'all some organic herbal tea, some herbal supplements, the best sea moss you ever had. Yeah. So rareawareness.com. Tap in with us.
Hey, J. Cloud, what you working on, brother?
Saturday and Sunday, I got a couple joints dropping through First Life, Rock Nation. That's it.
Hey.
He be saying that shit all calm and collected like that ain't a big deal. Anyway, Southside, bro, what you working on, man?
I got the TikTok up now, so follow me on TikTok at Southside Gun. I know you're ready to go to bed.
Ready.
Come on, you can say bye to the people too. Come on. Oh yeah. So I'm on TikTok at Southside Gun. I'm posting reviews over there. Threads, I'm on that bitch as well. So if you follow me, bless you. If you follow me, say _young_0. I'm on that bitch too, dropping music reviews, and then the same goes for the Instagrams. So just check them out, because I'll have video reviews up pretty soon. I think I'm gonna record my first one tomorrow. I just actually have to find an album that I feel like listening to, and we'll go from there.
Hey,
you see how big her forehead is? It's all shiny and shit, ain't it?
Sorry.
Smack it. Smack that forehead.
I was taking my middle finger up and the baby looking at me.
Flip it off my daughter. Look at you. Now you can't come to the first birthday party no more.
Bro, fuck up and get that Abby Jasmine interview. How about that? Since you her stinker butt now, why don't you go ahead and get the interview?
All right, man, I'll work on it.
Thank you.
All right, good night, little one. She ready to go. SBZ, what you working on? What you got going on?
Not a damn thing.
Thank you. Y'all know this.
Nothing.
The gym.
That damn girl don't do nothing but go to work, go to the gym, and go home.
Thank you.
Stealing.
He gets it.
Don't do shit.
That has been my American life.
Yeah.
Slavery.
American life.
Yeah, I know you're working on something though. Are we getting a single at least? Something.
Send it to me. I'll hear it before you drop it.
Nobody's giving exclusives, okay? I'm just gonna pop up on your timeline one day.
That's crazy.
She lying. She gonna send the shit to me. She lying. Yeah. She's saying that for the cameras, but she lying. She not gonna not send it to me.
Don't send it.
Why would she do that? Why would she not send it to me first? I'm her friend.
And me, I support.
Yeah, we family up in that bit. You better put it in the chat, goddamn it. We reinstitute those fines. All right.
Oh my god.
I'll pay her fine. Just send it to me.
It's fucked up. Shit, let's get up out of here. By the way, we're also audio. We're on audio platforms. We're on iHeart. Make sure y'all check out the podcast in audio format. If you got to ride to work or some shit, you can pull up the YouTube because you ain't play for the premium because you cheap or whatever. You can just listen to us while you riding out. So we got that coming. We're gonna try to get reviews on there as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who popped up in the chat, man. Shout out to people who didn't come. Malik, who had to move furniture. Whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, eating tacos. Some Dre, shout out to Dre, shout out to Pico, shout out to Cam. Everybody couldn't make it. That's all I got, man. We're gonna keep moving. We got 105 people watching right now. Make sure you go subscribe. We're trying to get to those 1,000 on YouTube, right? You gotta hit 1,000. That's the magic number, so we can make some money up in here.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all check us out. Make sure you go to the Twitter. That's where exclusively we have the written reviews at. So you make sure you hit that highlights tab. That's all I got, man. So on behalf of everybody here, the crew, man, appreciate all y'all coming through. Good to see y'all. Peace.